I love a buttered biscuit.
Wow, good evening, everybody. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're having a blast. We're gonna have a little fun tonight. Just a little bit of fun. You get to see what I do whenever I create intros. It's gonna be pretty cool. I need to edit this here because for whatever reason it looks a little funky. Let me change this right here. See if I'm able to change what this is. It doesn't matter. It's showing up as one thing, but it's completely something else. I don't know. I'm over here on Kick. Got that up and running. I also have you guys over there on the Twitter side, but I will only see you on the YouTube side, which is pretty cool. So enjoy, enjoy this. So what I'm going to do? Hey Hal, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. So what I'm doing today, it's going to be pretty neat. I want to be creating some intro uh, artwork for a stream for my gaming channel. Hooray! Plus just some other random random shit. That's my goal. And some drinking. Some people will jump by. Hey, Farrell, you got an invite? Come on by if you want, there, sweetheart. Having some fun. I'm creating some AI art for my gaming stream. I'm, I like what I have on there, sort of, but I want to shorten it down. Maybe just get some pictures in there, and I just need have a good time, enjoy work. It's good seeing you anyway. But yeah, just trying to get some of this stuff put together and just having a little bit of fun with it. And no, I should be able to show it if my computer doesn't crash. It might lag some stuff out because the program I use uses quite a bit of uh, of stuff. Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good. Plus, hey, Chris, what is up, Chris Mullen? Good to see you. Yeah, just like I said, I'm just getting some of this AI art put in there, and I'll let you guys sort of help pick it out. It'll be fun. You can give me some ideas of what you'd like to see, and we'll get AI to draw out some pictures. Sunday here, so nothing much. How are you doing? Hey, cool gamer. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yes, Sunday here. Nothing much. How are we doing? We're all doing good. We're having just a just an easy Saturday chat, hanging out. People are just, I don't know, everybody's doing sort of their own thing. That's what I'm doing tonight. Just my own thing and shoot the shit with chat, chill, nothing spectacular. I'll pull up some AI art. It won't take me very long to get this stuff. Um, I just need to make sure that I get it saved where it needs to go because that's the hard part. Open it up with a new tab, and I'll show you this guy whenever I start doing it, just to make sure that it doesn't get anybody in trouble. Because I don't want to like do anything that's gonna not be quite legal. Playlist. Let's see. We'll go to downloads and pictures. Here we go. Put in a new folder for it, and we'll call it. There we go. Yeah, that'll work. There we go, and save that picture there. Cool. So I've got a little intro that I did for it, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. Present share screen. So I've got this one right here that I've uploaded, and so this will be the part of the intro for it. I'll load this up in there, and then it'll kick into whatever else I want it to. And let's close that, and we'll open this one up. So I thought I would do some. Not just some art, but a little bit of video stuff. Like here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I can pull up stuff like this right here, just random picture, and then I could do like the free download array. Pretty cool how this works. Start download, and you won't see this, but where I save it to, and there you go. I've got that one downloaded, and I just go back. So I can always add more stuff. So I got a couple of computer animations, and let's see, what do we got here? Let's see what this one does. It's pretty cool. Sort of a fake thing. Nah, that one's all right. Maybe this one. Little thing coming in on the horizon. We'll open that up in a new tab and see if it's what it looks like first. I'd like to view them, preview them before I actually put them in there. That's a big one too. That's a Baktorn, Bachicorn. So how's everybody doing tonight? What have you guys been up to? Besides, just having a wonderful Sunday or Saturday or any other day. I think it's pretty cool. I did some gaming earlier, and I realized I don't have a really good intro. I was like, let me create a nice intro for it. Pause. All right, let's see if this will play. It doesn't look like it wants to play, but we'll download it anyhow, and maybe it'll be something worthwhile. And we'll save that one. And then you get to see what I do whenever I'm making these things. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. Okay, so that one is that. What that one does. This one is the one I downloaded. And some of these are not free. Oh, that's a good outro right there. I have that one. Let's see what it ends up doing. So a lot of times these will have, but it looks like it'd be a good one to use. Yeah, download that one. Say the word and I'll make it. I literally slept all day. Say the word and I will make it. Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. This gives me, this like helps exercise my brain. Part of my brain I enjoy using. And then of course I use see, that's what it wants. It won't let me have any more downloads after this, I think. Yeah, see, we'll see. Go back. We'll go back. Come on. So I think that'll probably do it for a good intro and outro. This might be a good piece right here. Yeah, be a good piece right there to use. This guy does some pretty good artwork. I like it. I've seen some of his other stuff, so. Okay, there we go. No, I got you, Hal. No, I really do appreciate it. You literally slept all day today. Well, that's not good. Not good. Well, maybe it is. All right. So we got a couple of things right there. And let's share this tab instead. So here's where chat comes in. So we get to create some images. What kind of images would you like to see for that? I could do, let's see. Damn. Booger on my nose. I had no idea. Thanks, guys. Let's see. Let's come up with something here. What would you like to see? Playing a video game. There we go. And then we'll actually create it so it's in a widescreen format. Works better. So with this kind of stuff, I could create like these random images like this. I could have a lumberjack let's see, lumberjack in the forest with axe and a firewood and playing a video game. There we go. How's that? I can come up with some random stuff. That's why I'm relying on you, chat. Give me some good suggestions here. This axe is all jacked up. He's totally silly. Like, what are you doing, dude? I love it. The stance with the foot way up there. Looks like he's about to smack a video game. That's pretty funny. Let's see. Let's see. How about dancing monkey? There we go. There we go. How's that? I think they meant to say cinematic watercolor sketch. How about that? Something like that on there. Come on, chat. You got to interact a little bit. Come up with some pretty cool stuff. We'll make it interesting. I mean, come on, this is funny. Dancing ballerina monkey. That is what you see at a Chinese buffet. Well, I could put him at a Chinese buffet. Chinese, what is it? Chinese buffet. There we go. I think that's right. Chinese buffet. Yeah, there we go. Generate. I mean, I've got all kinds of stuff. There you go. Which one do you like? Let me do this real quick. I'm gonna open up so this way I can put a poll in this particular one. Let me see here. Manage videos. It just makes it a little bit easier if I can put it in there into chat. Let's see, where is it? So spacing. All right. And this way I can also edit this thing out and get rid of this damn heart thing. I hate that crap. There we go. So let's see. What we're going to do is going to add a poll. And it's going to be on the pics. Just so you know, we're gonna ask pick. We're gonna do 1, 2, add option 3, and add option 4. All right, there we go. So out of these pictures, run a vote 1, 2, 3, or 4, and we're gonna start. This will be 1, this will be 2, this will be 3, this will be 4. Oh, here, I'll show you. So this is 1. One right here. This is 2. This is 3. And this is 4. There you go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Maybe make that a little bit better of an image. Yeah, we'll try that color. So this is 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then once I think of it, I think the second dancing monkey, number 2, Richard Pryor called up his arm and screwed his ear. That's good. That's good. I can imagine that one. I can imagine that one. Cool. We got 50% on one. And what I'll do is I'll give you guys like just a couple of minutes to see which one. So Chris likes this number 2 right there. And we've got, and you sort of have to look at the aesthetics of it, because we're going to use different types of images. I can even get a more realistic one if you want to get more photorealistic. 2 or 3. Okay. Yeah, the 2 or 3. Yeah, 2 looks pretty peaceful. One has some really weird looking ears, like the ears sort of have this teardrop kind of weird thing going on there. 3, the foot looks a little weird. This one looks like it's doing the hokey pokey. Expert, dude. Expert, you got an invite. Come on by. Come on in. Jump on in. We're having fun. Only because you can see their legs. Ah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, we're just screwing around right now. We're coming up with some AI art for my gaming channel, and then I'm gonna put it all into into the, what do you call it, an intro. So I've got some stuff for the intro, but I need to do some more. Hey Jude. Hey Jude. So we're just screwing around a little bit. We might do some games later. Might just sit here and chat. Hey, we might even end up with hell, you never know. We might end up with like a police chase. You never know. And then I've got some other stuff going on tomorrow. See, I'm trying to do this stuff before I have to shut down my computer tomorrow. Hey, Christine, good to see you. Yeah, 2 has weird looking legs. I agree. Yeah, 2 definitely has some weird looking legs. But yeah, we got here, I think. Yeah, the legs look a little weird. And the feet look a little weird on this one. This one looks like if you put like some sunglasses on it. You know, some sunglasses, shades. Could be like totally John Lennon right there, don't you think? Or Yoko Ono. Oh, I drew those on there. See? Make them go away. See? It's just me drawing on there. I could thicken it up. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. We'll stop the poll and we'll see what we got. Well, in the poll here, in about 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. What do we got for the poll? It'll tell us right here. So looks like number 1 is the pick. All right. We'll use number 1. Let me end that right there. And we'll download this one. Why the hell? Close that. There we go. So we'll take this one right here and we'll download this. More options. We'll download this one and we'll add it in there. Save. And then we'll go back. All right. What else do you want to see? What kind of images would you like to see? Doggone it. All right. All right. So what's the next one we're going to come up with? All right. We already had a dancing monkey. Going to have another one. I know you're going to have another one. You're going to have another idea here. It's going to come to you. I could do let's see. How about I don't know. Let's see. How about a steampunk computer exploding in flames? How's that? Steampunk computer exploding in flames. Yeah. See something like that? That looked pretty cool. So what do you think? Number 2? That's what I'm thinking right there. Steampunk is nice. And we'll save that. And we'll change this to big screen and we'll generate. See if we come up with some more pictures. You like number 3. Yeah, some of these I decide on pretty quick because I like them. All right. Let's see what we got here. So what we'll do is we will put another poll in. And we'll do start a poll and pick. Same thing as before. Is 1, 2, and 3, and 4. There we go. Start poll. There we go. So we got pictures 1, 2, 3, and 4. And same thing as we did before, working our way around. It'll be just like so, with this being 1, this being 2, this being 3, this being 4. And if you don't like any of them, we'll just redo it and see if we get a better outcome for it. So yeah, that's the trick we do with these. Is if you don't like the image, then sort of reload it and do something new with it. And then what I'm going to do is take this picture and I'm going to put it in so we sort of end up with a common theme for each one of them. It's pretty cool. This is a hard one. Well, and if you what I can do is I can also, if you're thinking that you like all of them, I guess I should put that in the poll too. Next poll I'll do that is steampunk boob window. Let me see if I can. I won't be able to do that on this, but I've got another one that I might be able to do it on, which is text to image. And let's see. Let's see. Steampunk computer boob window. And I'm running this on a separate program, and it's one that I sort of have to keep hidden because sometimes it shows nudity, and I don't need to get my channel deleted. Oh, that's pretty cool. I'll show this one. So steampunk boob window, this is what I came up with. That looks pretty cool. I'll download that and save that one. All right. And share this tab instead. So we've got these right here still. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 2 looks the most computer-like up front. Yeah. The flames bursting off on number 3 is pretty cool. I do like that one. I also do like the number 1 That one's pretty cool. But the only one with an actual computer screen is number 4. So, I mean, all of them are pretty cool. What program am I using for these? I'm using Adobe Firefly. So it works pretty cool. So, like, each one has their own special effects to it, which is pretty cool. And the votes are coming in, and we're going to start counting down in 10, 9, 8, 7. Hey, traveling fools, good to see you. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Ending the poll. Here we go. What do we got? Number 1 at 50%. Number 2 at 16. 3, 4 at 16. So it looks like number 1 has got the lead on this. It's pretty awesome. So what I'll do is I will download number 1 because it's pretty damn awesome. And then I'm going to also download number 3 because that was my favorite there. So what I'll do next is then I'll come in here and I will put in to effects because I want to get this particular picture in here. What is it? AI, give me AI. So we did like this one here, which was pretty cool. Continue. All right. So what I did is I uploaded this one, and then I've got that one particular image in there, which is pretty neat. And then we come up with something new. Send me both those pictures. I'll put the screen from 4 on 3. The screen from 4 on 3. Oh no, that's fine. Don't have to worry about that. It is fine. Might not necessarily have a screen. That's true. It might not have a screen. That would be. How is it going, everybody? Traveling Fools. So, in case everybody's wondering what I'm doing, I'm creating some stuff for the for an AI generated just a bunch of image. They'll be completely random, putting them together to create an intro for my game channel, which is fun. And then some people will probably be dropping by or not. They're welcome to. Yeah, you like 3 also. Yeah. Got a couple of people that might be stopping by. We're just, like I said, just hanging out and you know, creating these neat little pieces of art. So it ends up with that, and then I'll throw some music in there on top of it to make it interesting. Gotta love it. I think I already have the music picked out for it, but it's a tough decision. And it's all free music, so might as well have some fun with it. So what do we got? We got a steampunk computer exploding in flames. Let's see if I can change the language here. On a dark fantasy background, shot with a purple neon light. How about this? Shot with a purple light, smoke effect and mask, and on phase mode glow pattern for background. Let's see. There we go. And invitation. So there we go. And we'll generate, see what we end up with. So this will be the next thing we come up with. Okay, copy. And see where this is. Oh, that's even better. What do you got? It wants to be very cool. Very cool. And Paste. There we go. Traveling Fools, I did send you an invite if you want to come by and hang out. You've got one there. And let's see. So, hey Miami, good to see you, girl. Good to see you. All right, let's do this poll again. And what I'm going to do is, because I didn't do it last time, I'm going to do start a poll, and we're going to do the pick, and it's going to be picture 1, 2, add option 3, add option 4, and that's all I can do. I can only do 4 at a time. So what we're looking at is a number 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if you like all of them, type in 0. If you like 2 particular ones, just type those 2 numbers in. And we won't do 3 beyond that. So that'll make it a little bit easier where I can get those in there. So if you like, say for example, you like 2 and 3, then you just type 2 and 3 in the chat. If you like, hey Matt, how's it going, brother? Good to see you, man. If you like 3 and 4, you type those in. If you just want 4, do the poll. If you like them all, type in a 0. There you go. That'll make it a little bit easier. Let's see what we got here. There is. Paste. Matt himself. Check your Twitter, Matt. I sent you an invite also, brother. This is fun. 4 looks like a 1960s sewing machine. Yeah, it actually does look like a little bit like a sewing machine, but it is a steampunk. And of course, number 2 looks a little bit like a camera. So it has that camera look to it, like one of those old Super 8 cameras. Yeah. So there's pretty good. Like 2 and 3 on this one. And let me see 4. And what I'll do is I'll end the poll here in 10 seconds. 8, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll end the poll, see what we've got. Number 2 at 40%, and 1, 3, and 4 is all at 20%. So number 2 took the 1, the download. That one's a certain. I like this one here because I think it's pretty cool. I liked number 2 or number 3. I thought that was pretty good. 4 was just a little, it looks a little weird. Let's see what we can add here to it. Smoke effect, an old illustration made by me. Oh, let's see what we got. A symbol of male expression. Let's see. Futuristic worlds concept 3D rendering generate. There we go. Let's see what we've got. See what happens. Some of these turn out pretty good. Some of them turn out really weird. And yeah, I'm not even gonna bother with this one. I'm just gonna go for number 2. Number 2 is the one that sort of shouts out right there. Sort of has that laptop look to it. All right. Although the other ones are looking like some weird imagery. All right, so what do we got next? Blackheads from Gumby would have been scuba divers. All right, so what's next? What's the next image you want to see? Let's see. I'm thinking somebody said a boob window with let's try this. EAST. There we go. And I want to run this on my other program that I can't show because sometimes it shows dirty images. Try not to show the dirty images. We're trying to avoid getting our channel deleted here from showing breastages. Oh, this is good. I think this one's going to work. I will show you. This is the image I came up with. I put in steampunk computer breasts. So we'll download that one. And then what we'll do is we'll come back here to Adobe Firefly. And then we will load this image up in here. Upload this image here. Open. All right. What do you want to describe? What would you like to see? Let's see. How about a motorcycle? Motorcycle. Let's see. How about a woman on a motorcycle? Reflection on the ancient building. There you go. And we'll use that image to generate a picture and see what it comes up with. They pay very good attention to those. Yes. It doesn't look quite right. This looks like she's on a Vespa. Yeah, we need to change that. Just put her on a motorcycle because those looked horrible. Oh man. Why the helmet? I do not understand why they put the retard helmets on. I mean, I can understand this one, but this one looks like should be on a bicycle. And her eyes look all jacked right here. Like she should be wearing glasses, but she's not. So weird. Like these are horrible images. So what we'll do is we'll go and see if we can get the visual intensity up on these. Maybe that'll help out. Sometimes it does. And it'll get more. Let's see. Let's try it. See if that doesn't help out. We'll do it art. See if that makes it better. Sometimes it does. Yeah, sometimes. She's a motorcycle to punk rock chromed out chopper. Okay. That sounds like a good plan. Motorcycle punk rock chromed out chopper. Copy. Woman on a chopper motorcycle. There we go. And we'll just generate. See what we get. Maybe do auto on that. That does not look like a chromed out chopper. That does not look like a chromed out chopper at all, does it? It doesn't look like it to me. Oh, these are horrible. Bikini. There you go. No, it can't load. In a swimsuit. There you go. Sometimes that helps. Sometimes. It's really weird how these things operate. Sometimes they'll get it and sometimes they don't. Okay, that's a little better. Don't know about the background. Leather jacket with a mohawk. Okay. And holding an axe, looking at the camera. Arms crossed, adjusting her sunglasses. How's that? No, we'll give that a try. We will come up with some damn good pictures eventually. They do happen. Blonde hair. No, that looks horrible. See, like none of them. How could you have your arms crossed adjusting her sunglasses? Crossed over chest, style flesh tattoo. Okay. Oh no. Flash tattoo. Too smegsy for steampunk. Steampunk lady on a steampunk bike. Okay. We'll give that a try. Steampunk lady on a steampunk bike. I think that might work. And change more. Steampunk lady on a steampunk bike. Copy. We'll give that a try. Paste and generate. Mm-hmm. Paste and run. That looks so bad. They're not attractive at all. But I've got the image though, right over here. See, this is the other AI generator that I ran, and this is what it came up with. So there we go. I like that image. And there's another one I can do that's not so realistic. It'll be Dream Shaper, and we will give that a run. All right. See, that's so crazy. Motorboat. Yeah, that was a good one. See, it's really screwy with with Adobe. Like you have to sometimes come up with, like if I took this picture out and did a generate on it, it might come up with a better image. And there's another thing I can do that'll help it out. Let me see if I've got it here. Open this. Those look just absolutely wrong, like in the worst possible way. Those look so wrong. Oh, well, what we'll do is we'll upload this image and we'll do it again. So I added the image that we did earlier with the exploding, with the exploding computer that's bursting into flames. So that looks a little better. What do you think? Some better pictures. Steampunk bike. In a mini skirt. How's that? That way you might be able to get some leg in there and you get more vision of the motorcycle itself. Probably that's a pretty good one. Yeah, their faces are all distorted. Like this one looks like her face exploded. But I do like that it's all bursted into flames. That's pretty cool. Let me see if I can pull that up here. Like number 1 and 3, right just before this one. Copy. All right. So what we'll do is we will go back to, we'll remove this and we'll generate it and see what happens. And it probably will pull up the same pictures it usually does. Paste. All right. That's not too bad. Sort of like number 2. What do you guys think? Number 2? Number 2 is the one. I mean, unless you want to have the redhead. And I don't like the long skirt as much. So these a keeper? Yes, no. Like I'm back in LimeWire in the early 2000, typing and searching, waiting for it to load something sexy. I don't know about that. I don't want anything to load up here too sexy. All right. So here's the one that came up on the other side. And I'll download that one because that one's pretty neat. And then we'll put this one here and we'll do it on, there's actually a pretty cool one here. This is more anime. And we will go back to this because I don't want it to generate an image that might just show a little bit too much. So number 2 is nice. Well, and the thing is with the background, I can always change the background on these. We'll download this. We'll hit save there. And then what I can do is change apply filters and adjustments. Let me see. There's a generative fill, and I can also do a show similar. So it'll give me some similar images to this one. So it'll change up some aspects of it. This one has cankles, like her leg looks totally just distorted and broken. And I don't understand the shoes on hers. Yeah, this number 2 is probably the best out of all of them. So what we'll do is we will do more options and we'll edit this in Adobe Express, which is pretty neat. And then I'll show you guys what the image ends up looking like whenever I get it done. So what we'll do is we'll remove the background. So I just end up with the image. And then we'll put elements. Let's see, elements, brushes, elements, some fire. Some fire to help out. Backgrounds. There we go. Oh, cool. That's pretty neat. I like that image already by itself. No, oh, damn it. We'll delete that. All right. And we'll add that in the background. Oh, here we go. So let's do this. There we go. There's our background. Or I could do something like this in the background. Something like that. No, that doesn't look right. No. A little Red Riding Hood. I could probably move her in such a way that looks like, no, can't do that. That is going to work. None of those are going to work. What is, oh, it's still working on it. On the other side, this is what happens whenever you get too much. And we're going to delete that. That's an interesting background. Aerobolus or whatever. That could be cool. And let's see. That looks like she's in Doctor Who or something like that. Looks like there's a dragon coming after her. I could actually just use this over here. Maybe there. No, none of those. Those just don't work. None of them working. No, none of those are working. Don't like any of them. But I still save the picture. You put the exploding computer in the background. I probably could put the exploding computer in the background, but I don't know. Yeah, it's a fire dragon. Yeah, I like the fire dragon. I could probably do something with just the fire dragon itself. Oh, why don't we try that? We'll just put in fire dragon. Golden body at bow fiddle. Huh, there we go. We'll just generate it. Fire dragon. Fire dragon. Ah, damn it. Fire dragon. There we go. I like number 2. It's actually breathing some fire. I don't know about the dude out here. I don't know. We'll let chat decide on this one. We will figure this one out. Chinese fire dragon. Well, maybe it's Japanese. All right, let's see. Start a poll. All right, pick. And give me just a second here. Oh my, what is up, brother?
Shizzy, how's it going, man?
It's going good. I'm having fun.
Dude, this is awesome. I love doing these things.
Yeah. So which one do you like?
Okay, first of all, so I'm gonna walk you through my stupid brain.
Okay.
So like when you do these, like you notice there's almost a little bit of a pattern to them. Like there's a building on the right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you put all that in there, but it's
No.
like it's like I'm always amazed to see what it comes up with, and it kind of does like a little bit of a pattern. So we can really kind of look at like the face and like it's like the one on the bottom right, his
Mm-hmm.
eyeball looks cooler than the one right above it.
Yeah.
It's a weird little difference, and then you start picking out little things and stuff. Let's see here. So like I like the two in the bottom. It looks like Ron, is that one on the bottom left? Is that fighting the thing? But you can't see his eye really well. I think I like the bottom right. Bottom right's where my eye gets drawn to.
Yeah.
I do like
Same with mine.
I do like the blue in the dragon on the top right a little bit.
Well, and I can also change the background with the moon behind it, black and white, sun in the background, Death Valley, Milky Way galaxy, dark night. And what I can do is I'll download this one. I've made that mistake before where I forget to.
What are you using? What's the AI you're using?
What AI am I using? This is Adobe Firefly.
Oh, okay.
Look.
Oh man, look at that.
Fool in.
Oh man, look at this.
I'm glad I got in before the cover charge went up.
Welcome in, everybody. $5 for the top, $5 for the bottom. It's we're going in strong. What's up, guys? How's it going?
Oh,
it is.
See, now this is pretty wicked. All of those look pretty damn cool.
With that, it's all for me. It's all about the like the Milky Way.
Yeah.
Like which one do you like better? But I do like the city on the top left. That's kind of a cool touch.
I'm
Like
going
the
with number
city in the
3. I'm
top
going with
left?
number 3 again. I'm going with number 3 again.
Is 3 bottom left?
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, so I'll show you. So this is pretty easy to remember. So everybody was asking about this earlier. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4.
Yeah, 3.
Yeah, 3 is pretty wicked. I like that one.
It's more subtle. It's very similar to 4, but I do like Expert was saying, I kind of like the city showing under the tail on 3, and not as much of like 1's got too much of that streak going across the top. It looks kind of ridiculous, but
Right.
3 looks good.
Yeah. So what you say you? Let's see it in the chat. 1, 2, 3, 4. We won't even put a poll. We'll just watch for the numbers to come up there. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Yeah, I'm liking 3. I'm definitely going to download that one. And
What did you say you were using? This is what, Adobe, you said?
Adobe Firefly.
Right, I have that. Damn.
Yeah. So
I've never tried it.
Definitely that one. And let's see what we got.
Those are intense programs, Adobe.
3. I did see
All
it
that.
number 4. Here's the problem I have with number 4, and I'll point it out pretty quick. 4 looks really cool with the front part of it here.
Right.
But this back end, you just can't really resolve. It just doesn't look right.
It looks like the AI things when the people have like 6 fingers, when they try to do like the faking, and it's like, that guy's got 6 fingers. That's not real.
Yeah. Yes. That's sort of my issue with number 4. I do like the way that the light comes off the belly on this one. I just don't like that it's just looks like it's about to fall off the cliff for no reason.
Suicidal dragon.
Yeah, suicidal dragon. That's what it is. Now, what's really cool is you can do these cool effects with it that are like synthwave. You can do this here and then generate, take the same images and it'll do a synthwave on them or in the background of them. Sometimes. Like it'll have these really weird effects. See what I mean?
That's
Oh,
cool.
wow.
So
Yeah.
I have to be the party pooper on everything here. But who is the AI that lets you do porn? Because that's like the Betamax VHS, it's 100 years of
here.
it's whoever.
I'll show you. There you go. This is the one that lets me do porn.
Oh, Harley Quinn. There you go.
So we'll download this one because that one's pretty cool. I like that.
Well, I'm not saying that I want to do porn, but I'm just saying, like, that's the old story is like how Blu-ray beat out, or was it Blu-ray and HD DVDs?
Yeah.
They had a thing, and then it was, but of course, it was Betamax and VHS.
And Beta was actually better than VHS, but VHS was marketed so much better.
Do you want to see something really super cool? I can create a T-shirt for this. It'll be completely different than this, but it'll be close. And it'll be clean, but I can create a T-shirt. And then I can actually order T-shirts for it if I wanted to.
So we can have a wet T-shirt.
Yeah.
So this right here, I could turn it into a T-shirt. That's a T-shirt logo, and I can order it right now. I could have 100 T-shirts made tomorrow.
Well, that's pretty cool.
By some little child in China that makes $1 a day.
Hey, better than making no money a day.
That's true.
I will argue this, and my wife kind of laid this out. My wife, being from Indonesia, kind of laid this out to me. And China doesn't really stand a chance in this argument because that is basically slave labor. But a lot of these countries like Indonesia, yeah, people look at it from here and they're like, oh, they're paying them pennies on the dollar. But you know what? Minimum wage in Indonesia is $80 a month. And that is a living wage.
Right.
And you take that away. All these people want to boycott that and bitch about that and do all that. You take that away from those people. Well, you know what? They don't have a freaking job no more. Now they're making zero. So
Yeah, people don't understand how inflation works. Well, I mean, they don't. If you can't name the currency that different countries using, maybe you shouldn't talk about their economics.
Well, also, I did find something interesting out, like going to, some certain foreign countries that are below, living wage. If you tip them like you would tip an American worker, it messes them up.
Oh, yeah.
It's more
Oh, yeah.
because you're basically giving them sometimes a month or a year's salary.
Oh, right. Yeah, you can't tip over there. Hey, Hal 9000 says I'm overdriving an input. Am I coming in like way too loud or something?
I might be.
No, am I? I'm just asking. I was messing with stuff earlier. I
don't-
want to make sure I'm not like.
What do you think, expert? You think he's coming in too loud?
Oh man, I thought
I just wanna
I
make
thought
sure.
Shizzy was being quiet.
No. I may have
Oh well,
turned
yeah,
my
you're about
volume.
4 times louder than Shizzy is.
I am.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Okay,
I turned
cool.
mine. I had to.
No, I
turn
was
mine
messing
down.
with stuff earlier, so I just want to make sure. I don't want to come in like blasting everybody.
Oh, I understand.
All right, is
Well,
that
I
better?
set mine to auto volume.
All right, is that better?
I
There we
think
go.
it is.
It's hard to get. Different people have different volumes. You have to try to adjust to what everybody has.
I mean, it sounds good to me. I can never hear myself, so I don't know. Like I came in really hot on my first morning show, like, and I looked back and my gain was sitting at like 100%.
Right.
Holy
You come in
crap.
there.
It was
Now I
just
was
like, "Good
messing. I was
morning."
doing some like voice recordings earlier for a video I'm working on. So I had it turned. Like you mess with your settings, then you go back and you come on a StreamYard. You don't know where you are. And anyway, blah blah blah. If I'm too loud, just tell me. I'll turn down or not talk as
Yeah,
loud.
I got you. So you should give me
I'm
a
such a
little bit of
loser. I don't
talk.
do anything besides stream. So like it's always there.
Yeah. give me a talk a little bit there, traveling fools.
Breaker 19 10-4.
There we go. I brought it down a little bit. That should
Cool.
help
Cool.
out without like muting you.
Cool.
Still too hot. Might need to turn myself up. Well, you can turn me on. How's that?
Right, exactly. I come over here to this. I can come over to this mic. We were doing dual recording. Maybe I can come in over here and maybe that's a little bit.
Oh, that
better
sounds
over here.
smoother.
Come over here to the cheap mic and it sounds better.
That-
Come back over here
yeah.
to this one.
The
Either one.
other mic you were just on has less of it has a more flat sound to it.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey,
exactly.
so like I can still hear an echo. Where'd it go?
Yeah, I might have an echo in here, but that's just because I don't have anything on the walls at all. Well, I don't know if I showed you guys, but this is what my office looks like. It is completely devoid of everything.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Like
it sucks,
like
man.
no joke. It is like devoid of everything because they're gonna have to come in here tomorrow to figure out all the flooding situation. So
Oh, you flooded?
we got some sort of leak in the in the basement that
Oh, shit.
was foundation leak somewhere. Don't know where it's coming from. I suspect it's coming from this little area here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this little area right down here, see that right there? That's a there's like a dam there. Like there's a big concrete piece there, and I don't know.
What
I
a
saw what it
nightmare.
looked like before, but I don't know what it looks like now. Like that was something I think they put in there because of foundation issues or something. Don't know. Happened before we moved in there.
Yeah, it sounds like a nightmare. You're running a dehumidifier, I'm sure, right?
No. I mean, I've got my intake is right over here where you saw Winston. There's an intake on the other side of that draws. So all of the air flows across that area and it'll just basically dehumidify it. I mean, there's no moisture there currently. But my concern is the moisture that got inside in the walls. That's my biggest concern.
Yeah, I'd
You
probably
can't
go
get
buy
to.
go buy a dehumidifier, run that sucker right next to it.
Yeah, we've got insurance adjuster coming out Tuesday. I'm not fucking with shit.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Yeah, buy it after the insurance adjuster comes by.
Exactly.
Let
No,
it get
but,
bad first.
Because there's carpeting in here. The plan is more than likely they'll have to pull the carpet out because there's no way I'm going to let that stuff, that it's set for 2 days trying to get water out of it, and it just kept filling up.
No, you're done.
Yeah, I'm just like, pull all the padding out, pull the carpet out, and if we had to pay extra, just do some tile in here. And we may end up capturing more of this room because there's this weird like corner spot here. I have no idea what's on the other side of it. There's no room there. It's just like open space as far as I can tell.
Yeah, once water gets involved and it sits, you're screwed. I mean, you're done. You'll never fix it.
Yeah, pretty much.
I had a tragedy about, well, right there during the plague. So I had a cool car I saved up for years and years, and I bought a Porsche, and
Yes.
I drove it to Helen, Georgia, and it flooded, the car. So the box that, what do they call it? The ECI or whatever the control unit is under the seat, and the car flooded because the town flooded. So we come back, we get the car, and the top's going up and down, the goddamn lights are going off and on. So I called the insurance adjuster, and I'm like, or called the insurance company. They're like, oh yeah, we're going to come tow it. Well, it was during the plague. So they tow it to supposedly the Porsche dealer in Atlanta, Georgia. Well, whoever the substitute driver was, it was like a month later, I'm calling back. I'm like, so what's up with my car? Like what's going on? And they're like, oh, well, let's check. 2 days later, I'm like, what's up with my car? Oh, we're checking. Then finally, like third call, they're like, yeah, sorry, we've lost your car. So they literally had towed it. 3 months later, they found my car, and it was a goddamn terrarium because it sat through a whole summer of flooded, full of water. There was shit growing on it and everything. They had to total it on me, and that was like it was horrible because I'd had it for about 8 years at that point. And I'd babied it, man. And I mean, I literally had 3. I gave my son one of them, but I had 4, and then 300 ZXs, 280Zs, Datsuns, Nissans, blah, blah, blah. And I told my son, I was like, pick out the one you want. And I sold the other ones, and the money I had, I went and bought a nice as shit a nice Porsche, and was like, okay, cool. And that was my dream car. And then it was gone. It was gone. I mean, obviously they totaled it and gave me money, but it still wasn't the same. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean.
It was horrible.
Because I dealt with those whenever I was working at Honda, we had all of the airbag stuff come in, and what they were doing is they didn't want people driving them, so they came up with this brilliant idea of let's have people bring the cars in, and we'll put them in a parking lot. We'll like rent out a space, and we'll put them in a parking lot. In the summer in Georgia, in a parking lot with no trees around it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. People aren't the cleanest all the time. And, they might have left like a open drink in there or something like that, and something would be growing out of it but they did manage to replace all those airbags. And then they hired 2 or 3 people to go around and replace airbags on all of the ones that weren't able to bring it in for whatever reason. Like a lot of junkyards they were going to and replacing airbags in a junkyard. They were going to the junkyard, replacing the airbag, even though the car was going to be crushed.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It broke my heart, like get rid of that, like to lose that. Because of that, my wife hated the car anyway, because she was always like, it makes me car sick. We'd go over Blood Mountain, and I'd be running like 80, 90 miles an hour. She's like throwing them out the window, She's like, hey. And it was easy to have once you had it, But then once it's
Yeah.
gone, she's like, "Well, let's get an SUV now." I'm like, "God dang it!" God
So I
almighty.
knew I knew a guy in college. He was one of these like gunner type people. He's like, I'm going to graduate college early, go to law school. He was going to go to Vanderbilt Law School, and then as soon as he graduated, he was going to buy a Porsche. And this was his dream, right? And of course, like none of that stuff worked out for him. But anyway, he I was it one day, I forget how I got started. Um I was like, yeah, man. I was like, a Porsche. I was like, that counts as a family car. And he's like, well, what do you mean? I was like, well, I mean, it has back seat. You can put it's a four-seater. And he's like, I love that. And so anyway, his significant other didn't ever like that. But anyway, would you guys buy a new Porsche? That's my question, because I've been thinking about it, because I'm just like I love certain cars, right? And since the whole Volkswagen deal, I wonder how Porsche's quality has been.
I mean, mine was spot on, dude. I mean, I did all the maintenance myself. I kept care of it and never had any issues out of it until it flooded, obviously. But I loved the damn thing. It was great. I bought it. I bought it used. I mean, it had like 28,000 miles on it when I bought it. But it was a one owner before I bought it, and I don't know if I'd buy a new one. I mean, if I was rich and had the money to, sure. But unfortunately, I'm not.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I've never bought a new car in my whole life. So
I think the problems that Volkswagen was running into was with their diesels. That was the problem that they were running into with their diesels, because they were basically on their software. What they were doing is able to bypass it and make it look like it was passing emissions, and they could set it up so it looked like it would pass emissions.
yeah, I wouldn't buy a Volkswagen for all the money in the world. Everybody I've known who's bought a Volkswagen in the past 10 years has had nothing but problems out of them.
My wife's has been really good. She's got a Jetta. It's done her really good. I mean, the only thing that went out on it was the power steering rack, and she had that replaced. And there's a wheel speed sensor, but I replaced that. It was like $4 for the wheel speed sensor. No biggie.
My wife, we were driving and just getting back right to the house and going across the intersection, and all of a sudden the car goes boom, and it's like, what happened? And he goes into that limp home mode. Anyway, take it back. I always had to take it to the Volkswagen dealership. She babied the thing, and it's one of those EOS, the convertible they had, that hardtop convertible. It's the only hardtop convertible that had a moonroof on it. It's awesome. I thought it was a great car. I was so excited for her to get a new car, and I get to have her old car, because it was like Mario Kart. It was just small, and it was red, and man, I was like, this is awesome. Give me a Mario Kart hat. I'm going to drive around being cool. Yeah, but anyway,
Gutters Pub.
we took to the dealership, and the dealership came back, and they were like, yeah, that's gonna be $6,000 to fix. And I started laughing, and I was like, no, I was like, the car's not worth that much more. I mean, it's got close to 100,000 miles, right? And anyway, I was like, what costs much? And it started like they had the whole breakdown, like, oh, we can show you the breakdown if you want. I'm sure they showed it before to everybody, and they're like, oh, well, I see here, there's numbers and there's words, and they add up to a lot. Well, they had on there that she needed a new turbo, because it was like, it could be like the oil could have leaked into the turbo, and that would have ruined it. I told the guy, and the turbo was $3,000, I think. And I was like, she doesn't need a turbo. And the guy, he just stopped. He's like, he didn't know what to say. He's like, he goes, well, without a turbo, it won't have very much power. And I said,
Yeah.
it's my wife's car. I don't care how much power it has. And this guy, and my wife is standing there. White Rabbit's standing there. She's like, I mean, this is the car. Like, I would tell her, like, you need an Italian tune-up on this thing. And she's like, what's that? I just floor it. And she's like, stop, like, she babied this car like you wouldn't believe it. She'd always wanted a convertible. It was everything that was perfect about these cars. They were great until they weren't. And then,
Yeah.
but yeah, so I was like, I know a guy, he's a mechanic. And I was like, I never wanted to go to him because, well, I know him. And anyway, he got her car up and running, and said, he got up and running. So they wanted 6,000 at the Volkswagen dealership. He did it for less than 600. Oh, hey, man, you gotta get that
Yeah.
electric one.
No,
I hear
don't
they're
you
in
dare. Hey, how is it going? The second half of Traveling Fools.
Oh.
Yeah,
Hi.
she actually does exist.
Yes.
She's the traveling part. He's the fool's part.
Pleasure to meet you. Really, it is. I've talked to your husband multiple times, but never have had an opportunity to talk to you.
I know. I'm kind of like behind the scene.
Yeah, she's behind the scenes, She just does things,
Oh, nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you also.
Hey, your
She's always
husband's on
wondering. She's
screen.
like, who are these hooligans y'all are always talking to? So I was like, come in here and meet them.
Yeah, we are the hooligans. We definitely are the hooligans.
Yeah. Yeah, but bad influences and all the other horrible things. But
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
no, you're. We've had a good time since we've met Mr. Fools, and anyway, it's a little. We have I don't know, cool little community, but it's a pleasure meeting you.
Nice
It
to
is.
meet you.
I know. I've told her maybe we'll come up there and crash your Dollywood party. You never
That'd be
know.
awesome. That'd be
That would
awesome.
be awesome. It really would
Yes.
Yeah, we're closer
May
than
16th,
Shizzy is. So.
17th.
be. Yeah, you could.
16th is Dollywood, 17th is the show.
Yes. So
No, they're doing. I told you about that. They're doing a meetup in Dollywood,
Oh.
in Gatlinburg, Knox,
yeah.
or
Okay.
Pigeon Forge.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
2 hours from here.
it looks like I might be able to make it. Also,
Oh, that'd be
still
awesome.
got to get confirmation on one more thing, but it looks like the nephew's graduation is going to be the week after Memorial Day weekend. So
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
Yeah, we
Okay.
actually might ride up there. I mean, we might ride up there for a night. I don't know which night or which day, but we might ride up and say hey. So it's only
Probably
2
a good
hours
weekend.
from us. So I would feel like
It's
an
not
asshole.
bad.
I'd feel like an asshole if we didn't show up. You know what I mean?
Well, if you come up when the show's going, you can be on the show. We can all do the show. There's
Hey, Lee.
Leby.
yeah,
What are
He
you
was
looking at
trying
doing? Doing like the
What?
show on Thursday night or Friday night,
Friday Night Live.
and then doing Dollywood on Saturday? Is that?
Dollywood on Thursday.
I gotta
Because,
ask Levy. So
kids
if
will
it's
be,
Jeep,
in
if it's
class.
Jeep, is it a 5-speed, 6-speed, 4-speed?
Oh, he just likes to collect those little ducks they do now. That's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I'm kidding.
I'm just curious because there's a lot of people that are like, oh, Jeep or bust, and then you go, well, what kind of Jeep do you have? And they're like, well, I've got a Jeep Wrangler and it's automatic transmission. I was like, well, then it's not really a Jeep, is it?
Could you imagine buying a Jeep that's an automatic? That would be just. It's like buying a sports car that's an
a
automatic.
Jeep Grand Cherokee,
that
I can
big.
understand because you're more of the SUV portion of it. But if you're buying like a Jeep Wrangler or one of the
Right.
what is it, Rubicons or something,
You
it's
wanna
meant
be
to
able
go
to
off the
share.
road. Yeah,
It's
gotta
like,
be
could
able
you?
to share.
I don't even know what to think about a lot of those new sports cars where they have that that shifting where you do it on the wheel and stuff. Like I want to be able to like grab the like shifting the gears. It just seems weird
Yes.
to me to be doing this weird paddle thing. I don't like it.
I just hate.
Well, Porsches have that too.
Well, now they do. Yeah.
That Volkswagen my wife had, it had the paddle shifters, but it also had the auto stick. Like, so you took the gear shifter, put it all the way down. It was like, left would downshift and right would upshift. And I was like, because I grew up driving a stick. And I was like, oh, this is so not what it, but I like it, but I don't. It's one of those things. Like,
I hate.
but now
driving
automatics
stick.
are faster than stick shifts. That's weird to me too.
Well, just remember, Matt, every hand that you shake is probably held a dick. Every hand.
Yeah.
I
Even the
will
left
never
hand.
shake
It might
your hand or
even
anybody else's
the
hand.
stranger. Even the stranger.
Oh yeah, that's why we do fist bumps. Fist bumps,
Yeah.
just because we don't want to get spread diseases.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hey, expert, I want you to try this. I want you to try see if your like your thumbs up works or your your.
It does.
See. Okay, let's see if we can do it.
Is it? have a
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Ah.
Yeah, like check it out.
And what's the one that does the explosion in the
one?
background?
You gotta hold it still.
Oh.
Hold it still. There you
Ah!
go. See?
And if
You
you
can
turn
do-
it
you
the
can
other
do-
way, it does
like
the
this.
thumbs down.
We
Ah!
got balloons and confetti and all kinds of
That's
stuff.
so
Look at that.
Cool.
It wasn't cool when I didn't know about it, and I'm
Well,
like,
it's not giving
with my hands, I'm
anything.
doing this, and all of a sudden, like
It's not
balloons
working.
start popping up. I was like,
You gotta
Really?
hold it out. You gotta hold it out this way, like in the so it's got dark behind it.
Expert, there for the longest time. The funny thing is, I'm one of those people who talks with my hands.
Mhm.
And for the longest time, I guess I do something like this, but it kept triggering. I kept thinking like people were giving me thumbs downs all the time. And I'm sitting there talking, I'm on these streams and I just talk with my hands. I'm just one of those people. So I'm always doing these hand signals and I kept getting these thumbs. I don't know what I was doing that. So I would always be like, why are these people hating on me? Why do I keep getting these thumbs down? And I didn't realize it was me giving myself the thumbs downs. I was like, what the hell's going on? I finally realized what was going
oh
on.
my
I'm like-
gosh!
I'm like, oh shit.
I think is the peace sign. You know, does the supposed to do the
And then there's all
balloons?
the heart that you can
Oh,
do.
yeah.
Ah.
Oh,
Do
there.
the heart.
Yeah. Yeah. The heart gives out the heart.
Oh.
Look at
Oh,
that.
yeah.
But yeah, the second time it happened to me, I bought a VPN. I was like, somebody is watching me. Someone's in my stream. They're doing this. I was like, no. And I'm like, there's about
Yeah.
VPN. I'm like, what the hell's going on here?
I've been hacked. I've been hacked.
First year of the 4-door, it got off-road scars, but it's automatic, and that works for both daily drive and off-road. Yeah, it's true. I just like giving people a hard time about it.
Okay, so question about that one. So if you get like the what's the Jeep the truck, the
Like little pickup looking truck like Rubicon
Yeah.
or something like that.
yeah, that's longer than longer than the 4-door, the wheelbase. Like you get something like that, like is that still a Jeep? Do you still go with the stick shift? Do you want the stick shift with a 4-door? I think with a 2-door, I definitely
I don't know
do.
what they're called, but
Because I live in the
Later.
city of Atlanta, I'm
You want a
hating
stick shift
every
instead of rolling.
I hate every minute of having to stick shift.
Oh.
Although there is some good parts about it because I can go from, first to sixth gear before most people actually get out of like third gear in their automatics. And
Atlanta's horrible.
I'm already doing like 60 by the time that they like hit 30 or 40. So
Yeah,
And it just-
Atlanta's horrible. I hate driving through Atlanta.
Have
Yeah.
you ever have you checked out that Atlanta crime whatever Twitter thing? There's
Yeah.
a Twitter for it. Dude, that
It's
you gotta
just-
do that. You gotta be like, let's do some Atlanta crime.
no, because most of that stuff happens not too far from where I live.
Well, don't tell people that. Don't be like, hey, there's Ronnie.
Right.
Oh hell, who knew Ronnie was over there buying crack, man? No wonder he's up here. He's mowing his yard at 2 a.m. I just thought Ronnie was just getting some exercise. No, man, he's over there he's on some meth.
He's running from the cops. I guess you could call that exercise.
Yeah.
I had a friend of mine. You know, they did like those like house makeover, not house makeovers, but yeah, basically house makeovers. But Mike,
Yeah.
Mike, so him and his first wife, they actually got on that like HGTV or whatever the hell it was TV show because those like neighborhoods in Atlanta to where it's like 2 blocks over here, not anywhere you want to be, but we're gonna prep up this new neighborhood over here.
You got robbed.
Oh yeah, it was funny as hell. They were on this TV show. They renovated the place, made it look all good. A week after the TV show, like everything in her house was stolen.
And actually, that house is haunted.
Yeah, and they said they thought the house was haunted too. They sold it and moved to the suburbs. They were
Yeah,
like,
they heard every night somebody's like a man step, like a hard step on the second floor. So we were
Yes.
staying with them one night, and then I was wake up at night. It's like, Brandon, did you hear that? Brandon's like, no. Yes, I did hear that. You said somebody walk.
Yeah, I'm with you on this, Matt. RX-8 with a stick is a pain in the ass commuting, especially if I'm leaving town. I
Yeah.
hate it so much because I'm sitting there going, especially you get around Eagles Landing, it's fucking horrible in Atlanta because you get past like 20, which is a little bit of a pain. Then you get on 675 and you're just like, this is good. You got some speed, and then you get on 75 and you go about 2 miles and you hit Eagles Landing. It's like not even an exit. And then it goes to a crawl, and that's coming in and going out. I don't know what it is around Eagles Landing, but it just comes to almost a dead stop. And you're just, but it's not. You're doing 5 miles an hour and try to do 5 miles an hour in a stick shift.
Oh, it's horrible. Yeah, you're like riding a clutch, basically.
Pretty much.
I like Benjamin Gray's comment. This is backcountry.
Cleveland Avenue. Cleveland Avenue is not.
No. He's talking about he's getting fear and loathing vibes. I think he's talking about my Elvis glasses.
Oh,
I love the Elvis glasses.
I'm like, what? This is backcountry. What are you doing, man? This is backcountry.
Yeah. Yeah, I like being able to be out in the country driving a stick, because you can really get that thing in a little bit of a Tokyo drift kind of thing. Just,
I was telling them before you came on about our Porsche that got totaled, and she hated it. We'd go over, Blood Mountain, Shizzy.
Yeah.
Blood Mountain.
Yeah.
And we'd go over Blood Mountain. I could make it from like grocery store to grocery store, Turner's Corner to Sunrise Grocery, and I mean 8 minutes, 9 minutes. I could do the whole thing, never going under 90. And she would be like, we'd be passing people on motorcycles, the crotch rocket people. I'd be going around them,
Yeah.
And she'd be throwing up out the side window, like, slow down, slow down, slow down. I'm like,
I drove that horse, like, oh my God. I was just like, oh my God, I don't want to sit next to you again.
Well, we went to St. Lucia, and the drivers there were, I think they were stunt drivers, because they're driving those little minivans, that seat like 10 people, and they're taking corners at like 60 miles an hour.
Oh my God.
And they're driving on the wrong side of the road. There's no guardrails, and the winding roads are just like hairpin turns. There's cars that are all burned out, that caught on fire, like have slammed into the wall, burned.
Where is this, St. Lucia?
St. Lucia in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I was like, my wife, I've never seen her sitting there just like turning green. I was watching her turn green, and I said, I looked at her, I was like, I can tell your car's sick and you don't want to hear this, but you need to breathe. And she was just like, she looked at me and she didn't realize it, but she had been holding her breath for probably 5 minutes, and she was hyperventilating and not noticing it. So she was taking shallow breaths.
Oh my God.
So that's what was making her car sick. So anytime that we're driving, because I drive like an absolute maniac, she'll start just,
that's me,
like shaking her head, and I'm like, breathe. Breathe.
Yeah, right over here.
It's
the same way.
Breathing. Once she started doing that, it gets much better.
I already warned him, please. I don't want to throw up today.
Levy, this is correct. I went to St. Lucia, asked the taxi driver what side of the road they drive on. He said the shady side. Absolutely. Yeah, there's and in Italy they don't have any lanes. I mean, they're markers there, just as sort of like, this is where you should be kind of thing. Because I mean, we've had like Audis passing us doing like, 100, 200 miles an hour, kilometers an hour, and just hauling ass past you and straddling the center lane. They just like, it's more road.
The other countries are funny. It's like the first time I went to Indonesia, I'm like, what the hell is going on? You see like a man. Okay, so there'll be a dude riding here, and he's holding like a little kid in front of him, who's holding another kid in front. And these are on like a motorbike, who's holding like a kid in front of him. Now there's a woman riding sideways behind him, holding 2 babies in her arms. There's like 6 people on like one motorbike, and they got like groceries and shit too. And they're riding down the road. It's like, and none of them are wearing it. The only person wearing a helmet is the man driving the motorcycle.
Yeah,
That doesn't
he's the only
matter
one that
about
matters.
kids and all this stuff piled up all around him. Like,
He was
what the hell's
jumping
going
for
on?
stuff he didn't.
No, if
He was like,
and,
yeah,
and
there's a
also,
helmet law for the driver, but don't worry
There's-
about the women and the children. You know,
there's also something to remember if you're in St. Lucia and someone comes up and asks you to carry your bags, because you fly in. So they'll come up and they'll go, can I carry your bags? And tell them no. Just trust me. Tell them no.
yeah,
You'll
they'll carry him
understand.
right away, right?
Oh yeah, they'll carry them like 50 feet and set them out the door.
Really?
Yes, I joke not. Like my wife was like, yeah, sure. And so dude carries, like, grabs her bags and grabs my bag. I'm like, I got this. And all of a sudden it was like, what in the hell is going on? Like, dude walks out, sets them outside the door, and is just like, there you go.
Oh my God.
Crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Gutters Girl. Hey, Gutters Pub.
Yeah, like
How you
Gutters
doing?
Pub. What's up, Gutters? I love Gutters. Gutters so sweet.
I'm looking like
Yeah.
shit, but as soon as I seen Mrs. Fools on here, I was like, I have to go on.
We're on pajamas.
There you go. I'm in a sweatshirt because it's
It's
right
been
now it's
so
12.
cold.
Yeah. It's,
so,
Oh
so,
my God.
so I was
12
going to
below.
ask you guys, what weather have you guys been getting?
We're on the
Expert, I know
train.
you're in Tennessee, and Fools, you're in the North Georgia mountains. What
We're
are
on
your,
the
what's your weather
27 right
like?
now.
Yeah, it's probably about Expert and us. We have very similar weather. Where it's about the same. It's cold here. It's supposed to be like 5-6 degrees. In a day and a half, 2 days. It's gonna be
Sunday
horrible.
night.
Yeah.
You guys
Okay.
ever like fall asleep with your phone and like you wake up the next day and you're like, wait, why is this all messed up? Like the front screen of it's messed up or something, or like for some reason it's on like the camera's turned on or something. Like that's how it was this morning for me. I woke up and I was like,
Yeah.
what's going on here? Like, why is the weather says 5 inches of snow? What have I programmed in to be like city? I'm like in Minnesota or something. And I said, and then I looked, I was like, oh no, wait, they're saying 5 inches here. So yeah, we're supposed to get like 5 inches Monday
Yeah.
morning.
Yeah, same here.
It's gonna
It's
be bad.
yeah. I have done that though, like especially traveling. Like a lot of times I'm like, oh, it's gonna be nice the next 4 days. I didn't realize my phone's still set to Miami, And I'm like, this sucks.
98
Like
degrees.
it's rainy and cold here. What is going on? It's supposed to be 98 and sunny. And like, oh,
Well, I've
shit.
got like 5 different like weather places, I keep up with. And it's like I've got Copenhagen in there because of the baker, it's like because I'm always like amazed, like what's it like, over there, like because they got penguins or something, I don't know, but it's he's I don't know, I thought of today, like I was like, where am I on this thing when it said Tennessee, I was like, oh well, there you go.
Well, I wanted to
Every
holler
mouth
at
you
everybody
kiss.
here because I feel like I've been slacking off on my chat here. We got Matthew. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Got
Hey,
Jay
Megan.
Levy, and of course Texas Jen, Benjamin Gray, and let's see. We've got, of course, the
I want to know
expert
what
in
Texas
my
Jen's saying down
favorite
here in this
rabbit.
comment. Every mouth you kiss.
Every mouth you kiss. And
question mark.
of course,
I'll be
of
watching
course,
you.
There was a
Megan.
question
Good to
mark.
see you.
Oh, can't you see?
And so, Gutter, what kind of weather you're getting?
Well, right now it's 12 degrees and we've had sleet and freezing rain and snow. There's not a ton of snow, but it's just enough to make it like a freaking ice rink. So my husband is an airplane mechanic, so he is stuck at work since last night. And my son does roads. He's a paver. So, and he's also on the emergency snow plow crew. So he's stuck over there as well. So we're all trying to fend here by ourselves. Thank God my other son's still close because I can't turn on the generator. And all the lights are out around me. Under some reason, ours hasn't went out, and I'm sure glad because it's 12 degrees. And I'm telling you, your nostrils freeze when you walk outside. So it's cold.
Well, I'm thinking if you get one of your sons to go over to your husband. He could
watching
snowplow all the way over there, load him up, and then snowplow all the way back.
Yeah. I'm really certain they're not going to. They'll probably call the cops on him for taking off their snowplow.
What?
-7 crime
Yeah.
spies. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, I
That's
know
absolutely
Montana.
horrible.
I have a friend that's in Montana. It's below 42. Or
No.
42. Yeah.
That's
Oh my
that's
goodness.
cold.
Yeah, it sounds horrible.
No.
I've done everything I can to contribute to global warming, and it's not working.
I
We're gonna
know.
have to,
I wouldn't
I mean,
mind it. I wouldn't mind it.
I'm
No, I
going
know.
back to Aquanet hairspray. Fuck it.
But go back to
why not, right? Hey, crime spy.
Now, Gunners, did you used to have the teased up hair?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And it went in the perfect point. And I mean, it was all perfect. Yeah. I was born in, well, I'm 39, but I was born in 1969. So, I was a teenager in.
It's so nice to be
80s?
39. I've been 39 for like 9 years now, so it's very wonderful.
Oh, I haven't been
Time is a
39 that
social
long.
construct.
I was 29 for about I don't know, over 10 years. And then people, when I would say I'm 29, they would literally spit whatever they were drinking out because they didn't believe me. So I had to change it up. So I put 10 years on it. So they'd at least like it was just a snicker, not a write out,
Well, I'm at the point now. I want to start telling people I'm 65 so they can say you look good for your age.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Dude, I did that
That
I
might be a
did that
better
one time.
idea for me.
with a straight face, and somebody couldn't believe it. I was like, yeah, man, totally. Like I had it like for some reason I was like, man, I'm gonna mess with this guy. And he's like, how old are you? How old are you? I'm like, why does that matter? What does that have to do with the conversation we're having? And he kept asking. I was like, well, I'm 69. I'm in my prime. And he didn't catch it. And he was like, no. I said, actually, I'm 62. And he goes, are you really? It's like, you don't look like it. I'm like, yeah, man, I totally am. I'm 62. 62. I was born 62 years ago, whatever that was. I don't know. Since, whatever. I don't pay attention to that stuff, man. Age
Yeah,
is
who
just
pays
a,
attention to that?
age is just a line on a tombstone.
So you know what's better than 69, right?
68,
Yeah.
No, 88.
71. Oh,
88.
Yes, you get 8 twice.
Oh,
You might have just changed my favorite number.
Oh, there we go. Huh, poor Caroline. She's like, what the hell do I want to do? Welcome to
sorry,
the island.
Annie.
Welcome to
So
the island
sorry.
of misfit toys there, darling.
that's right.
I'm
That's
so
right.
sorry. I was supposed to be on my best behavior. I knew I couldn't do this.
Nah, she's used to it. I mean, good Lord, the woman's lived with me for 9 years
I
now.
was-
Trust me. She's definitely has heard it all. I
Yeah.
promise.
Well, I was going to say, I can't be that much of a shocker if she's lived with you. I mean,
No, it's absolutely absurd.
Yeah, so you graduated in 88.
She saved my life. She's the person who, and we work out well because she's always so like scared to do anything, and I'm the one who's like, oh, cliff diving, let's go, and she's like, no, baby, don't do that. And at the same time, I'm like, oh, come on, do this, do this, do this. So I've made her do a lot of things she would never do, and she's kept me from doing a lot of things at my age that I shouldn't. So
Brandon has no chance. He's
you have to keep him reined in.
Did you hear that? She says he's crazy.
He made me swim in the pit in Thailand one time.
Oh yeah, take her in. We're in the Andaman Sea, and I'm like
I was
swimming, and I
like-
make her go cave diving, and we're diving in a cave, and she's
I
like
am
freezing up,
freaking
and
out
I'm
in
like,
a cave, and he's
"There's
like, "Oh, you're
sharks! There's
fine,
sharks
you're fine."
swimming by us
He's
and shit."
so-
And she's like, "What are you doing?"
Oh,
It's great, Florida man.
No.
Hold my beer, like let's go.
No,
you know?
fuck that.
She's like, "What are
No.
you doing?"
crazy. And then after that,
It ain't
I'm
happening.
going back on the boat. I'm good.
I took her back to the boat, and I went back and swam with the sharks in the cave. It was pretty fun.
And then he
Yeah.
jumped in the water like at 6:30 at night because he wants to see all the plankton under the water. It's like, it's beautiful. Oh, it's colorful. Like, no, he jumped.
I'm not an ocean person, anyways. I get beached every time I go into the ocean, literally beached like a whale. It just never works out for me. I'm a river girl. Just give me the river.
Yep.
I'm the South
Ocean
Florida
is pretty-
redneck your mama warned you about. You know,
My mom never
when they
warned me
say
about
Florida
that.
man, that is me. I'm the epitome of Florida man. So.
Yes. Just no fear anywhere. It's crazy. God. I just like,
I'm-
nope, not
I
doing
don't
it.
like it. I don't like the water. I like the
You don't
ocean.
like the water? I like.
Yeah,
I love
No,
the
man,
water.
whales poop in that water, and I don't want to.
Come on
Could you
down. Come on.
imagine if you're out there in the
Come on
ocean,
down.
all of a sudden a whale turd brushes past you?
Oh man,
No, thank you.
I
don't
can
wanna
do
learn about
fish.
that.
I can
baby
do fish.
Ruth.
I can't do human poop. So for me, I'll go in the river all day long, but I don't like swimming pools or hot tubs or any of that because I'm a visual person. So all I can think about is what that filter looks like that's had a million nasty
Oh,
cells in it. And now I just can't do it. And I will not. My husband's always like, let's get a hot tub in the room. Let's not, because I ain't getting in that thing. I know what kind of nasty stuff goes on in those things, and I ain't getting in.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah,
dun, dun.
exactly. No. There's a place that we go and we did this. It's pretty fun. It's down in like Punta Gorda, Florida. And what they do is so they have this huge, and it's right in the bay, you know, like right off the ocean, right in the bay in Port Charlotte. And there's this huge like you know, like a drive-in movie theater screen. So they'll do like everybody pulls their boats in, and it's at nighttime. So you put your boats in, everybody gets out on floats and you float around. And they'll play like every year they play Jaws. And so you'll be floating around in the water. Everybody's drinking beer, everybody's hanging out, and they're, you know, you're just on like little floaties and stuff like that. And you're watching Jaws on this huge screen in the water. It's absolutely amazing. It's one of the most invigorating things in the world. Talk about being scared. I mean, it's fun.
Yeah, no,
Well,
that's on
we-
that whole visual thing would be too much for me.
Yeah.
We were in France and we were on a lake. There's this really beautiful lake there. I mean, the water is just, it's beautiful, clear water, clean water too. The lady like dips a glass in there and sort of shows the cup. And she was like, yeah, this is the water. There's nothing like particulates or anything floating in it. And at some point it's just like, so, you know, you guys want to go swim? Cause it's like, you know, a pretty warm day.
So you
Just like,
swam
yeah.
and you peed, and you're like, yeah, there's
No.
particulates now.
You know, so you know, dive in there, do some swimming, you know, and I think it was the first time that I got out. All of a sudden, you know, they wanted to turn it into like the party boat, and so they start out with that dun 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 dun
Oh
dun
my
dun dun
God.
dun 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 dun, and then all of a sudden they kick into Baby Shark, and I'm just
Oh God.
like, oh Jesus,
That's hilarious.
yeah,
Yeah, Carolyn always thinks I'm crazy because we'll go
He
diving
died
and stuff.
Following the shark.
And I'll
one
get
time.
like right up on these sharks, like
He
with the
had a
GoPros, and like
GoPro. He died following that shark. That's what he was doing.
she's like, "You're insane," you know. I'm like, "Well, I want to get their eyeball. I want to get their eyeball," and like swim right along next to him, you know, do that. And I'm like, "Well, I'd rather go out. Like, I'd rather like my tombstone read, like, you know, he died, you know,
Yeah,
fighting a
yeah.
shark in the Andaman Sea, rather
It's
than
crazy.
like, yeah, he, you know, had a heart attack and died. You know, it's, yeah, I mean, it'd be a lot cooler."
It's just fearless.
The beautiful Mount Airy Lodge has heart-shaped jacuzzi tubs. Saw the drifters there. Well, the drifter, because only one of them was still alive.
Oh, the Drifters. What a good band. What a good band. No, we opened up one time for Three Dog Night, but there's actually only one of the original members. You know, it was like, yeah, we're opening for Three Dog Night, but they're all dead. There's just the one guy, but it's still Three Dog Night, but we're opening for him, so it's cool. You know,
Well, Florida's always open. Florida's always open. It's like a bad prostitute.
yeah. Shizzy and I, Caroline, Shizzy and I, we were talking about the Claremont Lounge the other night.
Yeah.
She loves the Claremont Lounge. Every time I go to Atlanta, she's like, "Can we please go to the Claremont Lounge
No.
again?"
No. Her face told me as soon as you start talking about it that you were lying through your teeth.
I never heard about any of this, and since he walked me there, like I was like, I'm not going to sit, I'm not going to drink anything, I'm not touch anything.
You got Blondie was coming up to her like crushing beer cans in her boobs. You know, Caroline's like, "Where am I? This is the most appalling place."
The best part about the Claremont Lounge is you can get like the
Oh my
the
God.
40-ounce PBRs for like
Yeah.
$1 or something. It's
Oh my God.
Remember when it was so bad back in the day, Shizzy, when the girls they would either have to put they would put their own quarters in the jukebox so they could get up and
Yes.
dance, or there was a little jukebox, like a little CD player, a little boombox. It was like this big, and they would walk up there all, and they'd put their own CD and go to the right
Oh,
track.
God.
yes.
It's horrible.
It's awful. Offer me a drink. I was like, no thanks. I do not want to touch anything. I don't even want to sit. No, it's grossed me out.
Freaking horrible. But it's
Oh
awesome.
yes, it was bad.
Oh, no.
It's a fun place. It's a cultural experience.
Yeah. If you haven't been there, you haven't quite lived if you haven't been there.
Yeah, I used to live right up the street from there.
I thought you were gonna say right upstairs from there.
Right upstairs. I used to
There-
live on the third level of the
there are
Claremont
hotel
Hotel.
rooms there. The Claremont
know.
Lounge actually is in the basement of a hotel.
Yeah, the Claremont.
It was the first
right
like
there
a
on
civil
Post.
rights thing. And
Yeah, right there on Ponce de Leon. You know, it's such a nice part of town. It's wonderful.
Well, actually, it is now. It's pretty
Yeah,
expensive.
you got Ponce Markets and all that. You know, where the old Sears building and all that jazz. That's cool as hell. I mean, that really is
Yeah,
nice.
it's really nice.
Yeah, there used to be over there. What is that? Like a little bit further up the road, you would hit Boulevard, and there was that's where all Ponce Market is, and the what do they call that? The back nine or some crap like that. The whole walking area, biking area attaches to Piedmont Park. I can't remember what they call it, but yeah, it's over there in that whole area. They've got where the Kroger used to be, and maybe that Kroger is still there. And then they had the Koger Center, which was where they had the precinct for Atlanta, Fulton County. One of their precincts was there. Like most of that stuff is like gone. Like from whenever I was there, it's gone. Like attaches to Midtown, and it's just like it's grown so much in that area. You're just like, I don't even want to go over here anymore. I mean, if you live there, it's fine because you've got you can just walk everywhere. But if not, it just the congestion is so horrible. You don't want to be there.
It's horrible.
Yeah, it's like Buckhead. Buckhead was good, I guess, at some point in time. But I guess
Tuesday is karaoke night at the Claremont.
Yeah, sounds
Oh, that would be a load of fun right there. I could go sing like some Neil Diamond all night long at the Claremont. That would be awesome. Hey, listen, guys. We got to bounce. I don't even like to say it, but we kind of got something scheduled that we were gonna do. If y'all get
sounds good.
bored, definitely you do all have links. If you get bored later on, feel free to stop by. I've already sent you links, so
cool. Thank you.
feel
Appreciate
feel
you.
free to pop in. We're gonna go. I would
I
just
gotta
hang out
go.
here if I had done that, but
No, that's
There's
absolutely
already-
fine.
there's already people waiting on us. So
Well,
Get outta here.
go say hi.
Yeah.
Get out of
Um,
here.
yeah,
Slacker.
well, I love you guys. So thanks for having us.
Love
on
you,
here.
Travis, man.
You guys
Travis,
are
that
great.
sounded weird. Love you, man. Sorry.
I'll come
Gosh.
over.
Love you,
Well,
Trevor, man. Come swing
love
by
you
my
guys.
back
Love
door.
you.
Sound like
again
the start of
sometime.
a really bad song.
Yeah,
That's
love
gonna
you
be
guys
karaoke
more. But
at
hey,
Claremont.
do know you do all you guys, everybody on the panel does have links. So get bored. You
I appreciate it.
definitely
I've got
appreciate it.
to I've got a big day tomorrow. It's a,
Yeah.
I gotta be in a car at 8 a.m.
He's got to actually bathe.
No,
I
see,
do
you
have to
gotta-
bathe.
So it's a big day tomorrow. It's his annual bathe.
He's got to put pants on. This is going to be something.
Yeah.
right.
Preferably before you walk out the door. That'd be a good idea.
I hate that.
There we go.
I really
All
do. I
right.
don't like pants.
It is always a problem.
Yeah.
All right, appreciate you guys.
See you, buddy.
We'll see y'all later on.
Thanks, man.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Good to meet you, Carolyn.
That's awesome.
It is
He
very
should have
cool.
her. He should have her on more often.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah,
She's
I
funny.
agree.
she is. She is.
And she don't put up with his shit. You can tell very plainly. She lets him know.
Oh yeah, yeah,
She's very
yeah.
good at it.
So do you have to run too expert? I understand if you do. This is just sort of a
No, I
hangout.
just can't do an all night thing.
No,
you
I'm
know.
not. I'm not doing an all night thing.
That's what she said. Oh no.
Yeah, Traveling Fools has a channel. It's I'll see if I can find it here. It's a fun channel. It really is.
It
Yeah,
is.
he's cool.
Yeah,
It's
it's
cool.
good people. I'll see if I can pull it up here. Give me just a second. Open a new chat. There we go. And it is Traveling Fools 2020. And there we go. Boom. Paste. Yeah, that's
So,
it right there.
Gutters, did I ask you how long you've been doing the YouTube thing?
You know what? That's funny you should ask that because I just looked and my anniversary falls on the 23rd of January, which is a Tuesday, which is the day that I do my lives. So I think I'm going to do like an anniversary show.
Oh, you should.
So yeah, 2 years on the 23rd.
2 years.
Of when Yank and I started the channel, and then
That's right. That's right. I remember that now.
yeah.
So you're a seasoned pro, a veteran.
Well, I have so much to learn. Like, I mean, you guys have so much more figured out than I do. And so, you know, because this was all just kind of for fun. I never had any intentions. I know Shizzy shakes his head every time I say that, but it's so true. I mean, he knows way more shit than I do. And I know you do. So, you know, I just kind of learn from you guys and kind of play off your guys' shirt tails. I don't know what else to do. So yeah.
I don't know about shirt tails, but no, it's I don't know. It's weird, man. It's like, so I think I started like a year before Shizzy, and
Yeah.
Shizzy's the same. He's like a seasoned veteran. You know, when you meet like new people and they're like, "Oh, this is so great," it's like they think it's like they're so rosy, they're wearing the rose-colored glasses and all that, right? And they're I don't know, it's fun. It's like, oh well, you'll start hating some things in a hurry. Like, oh no, this is so great. And it's like, well, wait till this happens, this happens, this happens.
This happens.
And
This
like,
happens.
oh no, and then it's like 3 weeks later, they're like, oh, how did you know? It's like,
I've
that's the
seen
same,
it
man.
a million
Yeah,
times.
everybody's the same.
Yep.
Everybody's the same.
Well, what is kind of nice is that I can kind of see how you guys like change your channels and see what, because my channel's different than everybody else's, of course, just like yours is different than mine and Shizzy's and so on and so forth. So, but I really like being able to go, okay, that seemed like it would work. It worked for them. So maybe that will work for me. Let me try a little bit of that. So even in like the whole thing with the Rumble thing, I still ain't got it figured out, and I still don't know how I'm going to do this in my cheap-minded way, but I am going to conquer it one way or the other.
Well, I just figured out Kick. I'm actually over on Kick right now too.
Oh wow.
So that was because of Jessica. Jessica Reloaded is the one that hooked me up over there and got me hooked up on that.
I have a kick, but
I have Kick. I don't use it for the most part. I have Twitch. I don't use it for the most part. I mean, just trying to keep Rumble and this going, so you know, and YouTube going, so that you know, my biggest thing is I want to be able to get everybody over to, you know, another more carefree platform.
A little more of another that's not YouTube. I understand.
Yeah. And so trying to do that is just, I seen where what's his name? Jimmy. What is it? Jimmy. Jimmy Dore.
Oh, okay, Jimmy Dore. I know what you're talking about.
I see he puts up a great big thumbnail about we're going to Rumble now. I mean, a huge stuff. I thought you weren't supposed to like do that. Like
You're not.
YouTube frowned on that shit.
You're not
They
supposed to.
do.
You know why they can get away with that is because they've got several hundred thousands, if not a million followers. So they're going to be able to get away with a little bit of that stuff. And also they're bringing in revenue to YouTube because that's where they're starting out their channel at. And then they'll kick it over to YouTube because there are certain things that YouTube said, we will delete your channel if you show that. So that's why they do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so
Bongino,
small
Crowder.
enough. Usually the only way I'm going to get in trouble is if somebody turns me in, but there's always that one asshole out there that may. So, you know.
Yeah, it's weird how people aren't. Yeah, I don't. YouTube is my favorite, followed by Twitter.
Yeah.
I'm not a. I went into your Twitter tonight, Shizzy, and left you a message.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I just like to when I see the people going live over there, I like to go in and say, "Hey, what's up?"
I probably saw it in chat because it'll show up in chat here. Like if you're in Twitter
now
and you leave a
that
message.
Twitter has a chat. It's just funny that it's brand loyalty is maybe the best way to describe it because it's like the people that go to Twitter, they do not go there for anything else but what Twitter originally provided, you know. And I say brand loyalty, it's not the right word, but it's kind of like the idea that I'm thinking of. YouTube is YouTube, man. And you know, it's the only ones I like.
Yeah, they have a static key also. I'm not sure how that works. I'm gonna have to figure that out and get it to happen.
Yeah, and you know me, I'm cheap, so I have to find a different way around. I'm wondering if Streamlabs, Streamlabs is one that I could do. If I can do that for free on the free version of it.
Streamlabs is OBS. Okay, so I'll show you. I'll show you a little bit about what Streamlabs looks like, just so you have an idea, because a lot of people get this misconception of Streamlabs is free and all that neat kind of stuff, but it is a little bit of a learning curve. Give me just a second. I'll show you. It
sucks to learn. And you know, I spent a lot of time trying to learn it, and I think it looks dated now. Like
I don't have, but see, I can only I use it for whenever I do gaming. So whenever I'm doing gaming, it's more easy to use, and I'll show you what I mean here, because it is dated. And let me see right here. Share.
It's like the
so this is Streamlabs. So you set up your editor, you've got your chat, your layout, you've got you and then you have to attach things to it, like your chat. You have to put it in chat box if you want to have that. Your background images. You've got, it's not centered, but whatever. Then you've got like your intro. You've got just the game stuff or whatever you want. Outro, if I want to like share stuff on a screen. I've figured out how to get one other person to come in, but you have like, you know, that's what it is. It's OBS, you know, that's a little bit easier to use than OBS, but that's all it is. How did I do that?
I don't know, man.
There we go.
Infinity.
Yeah. Infinity. Yeah, I love OBS too, but I use it for gaming because if I'm streaming, I want to have any guests on, unless I have OBS set up, like already paying for OBS, then Streamlabs just works quicker and easier.
Here's my thing. I'm sorry, go on.
She just said that only Freeway is using OBS and only streaming to Rumble with your custom RTMP.
Right. Yeah.
I hate OBS.
Then don't use it. Yeah. If it's complicated, here's the thing: you're not going to stream.
Right.
You need the simplest thing there is. If you're a creator, artistic people aren't engineers. engineers are the ones that figure all that stuff out. That's why I mean, look at Shizzy. He knows he's a musician, right? He's up there doing his thing, wearing the sock on his wing, and he's like, what am I doing here? And what makes him sound good is someone's up there pushing buttons and sliding slides, and making sure the sound comes out good. It's it is an art form of its own, but it's their engineers are engineers. You're out there. I mean, I don't know, whatever you're into. It's like, if it's the middle of the day and there's a car chase, I'm going to go live with it or something, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, and you'd be surprised how many people are willing to help you out, whenever you first get started. You also have to be able to show a little bit of interest in doing it. I mean, that's the biggest thing is, I'm more willing to help somebody out that's, first starting out and, give them a couple of pointers that might help them out as far as like the technical aspect of it goes. What you talk about, I can't give you any advice on that. I really can't. Like if you're just like, I don't know how to, do a stream or whatever. It's like, well, I've got no advice because I don't either. I mean,
right.
I don't.
I turn on the camera and I do my thing. And, a lot of times for me, it's just like, well, what am I going to do tonight kind of thing? I don't know. I mean, that's why the morning streams really help me out because I'm like, okay, this forces me to actually be a little bit more focused on what I'm going to do instead of just throwing up a bunch of news articles and trying to read them or some crap like that. I'm actually focusing on something. I think a lot of the streamers that you see, they'll, that's why they'll do like trial streams or true crime, things like that, is because the format is already there. You're just amplifying it and talking about it. That's where it makes it really easy. A lot easier than, having an open forum where you just start rambling.
Gutters, do you mind if I ask you, why do you want to be on Rumble?
Just because my channel is totally a freedom channel. So we talk about lots of stuff. And with this being a political year this year, I know there's going to be a lot of political stuff come up, and I don't want to lose my channel in the process of us talking about it, but I still want to be able to talk about it. So I figured if I, talked about stuff that, was more YouTube friendly, and then we could take it over to Rumble afterwards on Tuesdays, I figured that would kind of save me from a strike, hopefully.
Yeah. And that's sort of what I'm looking at too. The only reason I've got that Rumble is because I have a feeling this being an election year, and I do talk some politics. I'm not great at politics. I mean, I was no like poly major or any crap like that. I'm just, I just have opinions, and most of them suck.
I just talk about what pisses me off and what makes me happy. So, I mean, and so does everybody else. So, but it's all about freedom. And so that's, my biggest thing is I don't want to be stifled. I don't want my guests to be stifled. I want them to be able to say what they want to say. And, short of not hurting anybody else, they can say what they want. So that's kind of where I'm, why I want to go to Rumble, because they're way more friendlier. Well,
and Crime Spies is right. Sometimes you do have to throw caution to the wind, but also it's whenever you start getting up in that 1,000 range, anything over that 1,000 range, where now you're getting ad revenue, and those advertisers get a little pissy whenever you start talking politics, and they don't want you talking politics. That just is a big turnoff, and you'll get your stuff demonetized where you don't get any ad revenue off of it. So that's where there's a big difference between, hitting your 500 subs where you can do a little more of that, and where you hit that 1K. I mean, once you hit 1K, your game is totally changing. And I realized that. That's why I'm like, I gotta be a little more careful about what I do, because they can come back and all the shit that I did over this past, or that I'm gonna be doing over this next year, whenever I'm below 1,000 subs, they're gonna be looking at that, and they're gonna be going, what can we ding this guy on?
Good night, Rabbit.
Night, Rabbit. You sleep well.
Yeah, right.
Oh, most definitely. We appreciate Rabbit here. She does that.
Yes, he does.
So yeah, I mean, there's a reason why I do stuff on Rumble, and there's certain things I know I'm going to have to take exclusively to Rumble, and that, you know, that's because I don't want to lose this YouTube channel. I don't want to lose what I've got here. This has a much larger reach, and you know, if I can draw people over there. Nice. You started 754 on your own channel in early April and not doing it for the money. I mean,
No, I'm not.
It's at some point, whenever, if your channel gets large enough, not saying that, you know, mine ever will, but at some point your channel gets large enough, there is a certain amount of income that you can make off of it. And you may not be a millionaire, but you know, it keeps the power going. It keeps the pays for the computer stuff, pays for those extra toys. It sort of, you know, keeps your mind busy. I mean, there's nothing like destroying your mind whenever your channel gets shut down for, you know, a week or two because well, you said the wrong word.
Well, and eventually we plan to do lots of traveling, and so my channel may very well kind of switch to a lot of RVing and, you know, that sort of stuff, and the traveling side of stuff. So I just don't want to lose my, you know, my channel in the process, because a lot of those people go right with me now at this point. I mean, I could probably, you know, not that I'd ever do it, but I mean, they're pretty supportive. They pretty much go with me. I mean, you'll see them come up on Shizzy's chat, and they're here because, you know, they follow me around, and I love it. I love having, not that I need the ego thing or anything like that, but they're really good friends now, so it's kind of cool.
No, it does feel good. It feels good to go on somebody else's channel also, and people recognize, you know, oh, I follow that person. I know what their show is about. And sometimes they've only caught like a couple of shows, or they only catch a certain type of material that I cover. Like I've got such a wide variety where I do gaming, you know, and that's all. I decided to do that on another channel because I just felt like I was doing more of a disservice to a lot of the regular people that would watch me for the content that I do, and not necessarily, you know, me just relaxing and playing a game. It sort of seemed like it was a turn off to them, my regular folks. And I was like, I'm not worried about monetizing that. Just let it do its thing. If it grows, it grows. It's just there for me to sort of unwind, stream, and, if you know, have fun with it. It get no politics in it whatsoever, and that's what I do with that one. And then this one here is, you know, I might just be hanging out like I am tonight, but I don't, you know. I also do politics and crap like that, or news or whatever I just feel like doing.
Yep.
So I get a wide range of stuff. Kick has a lot of gamers. The only problem is I would
started
have to
by was a couple of Twitch engineers.
Yeah, it was for gambling though initially, wasn't it?
Well, the casinos, they own it.
Yeah,
That's the thing. But I think some of the e-thoughts were doing their thing over there, and then they got mad. That was a few months ago. And I don't know.
That to me,
Now-
it's all politics on that kind of stuff. Same way with YouTube. Like, it's like I'm not going to sit there and get mad if YouTube, I go against their terms of service and they boot me from their platform. That's my own damn fault.
Yeah.
You know, they put those terms of service. Just don't go changing the terms of service on me midstream. That's the only thing that's
Yeah,
aggravating.
they did something on me, and when we came back like a year after I'd done a video, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to delete that video altogether. I just don't want this to come back. So
For some subcommittee hearings, a lot of fun and frustration. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. I can do that. They just I work during the day and I do most of my streams at night, and I know that I'll be doing a lot of the stuff coming up. Wait, we got another, what is it? The primary is coming up in Iowa. Is that right? The Iowa caucus or something like that is coming up on Monday.
yeah, February, right? When is
No,
it?
Monday.
Oh, wow.
Is it Monday, Tuesday, something like that?
I don't pay attention anymore.
See,
Yay for me.
but you do good on politics, expert.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my jam.
Yeah.
That's what I went into. And then I just don't pay attention to it anymore. It's I don't know, it's stupid. The Republican stuff, I mean, it's just a waste of time for everybody else that wasn't named Donald. And then all he has to worry about is watching Republicans trying to keep him from getting elected.
Yep.
And then I don't know what's going to happen with. I don't know.
I don't know. I've got no silver, or what do you call it, crystal ball to tell you what is going to happen this go around.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Because like I didn't think he would, the dude now would make it to this point.
No, I had no idea.
I thought we'd have our first female in there.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Because she would take over when he left. But I don't know.
There's the thing. I think he was a little bit laid back on it. He did some pretty good stuff on that. I covered a good portion of that on my morning show. And I think, he was good on some aspects of it. Other parts of it was like, I learned to not talk so much. I mean, I think that's a lot of people's biggest turnoff is his self.
He's mean on Twitter.
I know. He said mean tweets.
Yeah, I love it.
It'll be the last time in
Pussy.
be the last time in our lifetimes you'll ever see a non-politician.
And that's the suckiest part. That's the absolute suckiest part. Because you know what? I don't want to vote for politicians no more. I want to vote for real people.
That's what the Republican Party doesn't understand is that if he doesn't get in there, then the Republican base will never vote again. They'll just say, I'm not going to do it.
Yep.
Exactly.
That's the problem.
Well, in the Republican Party, the RNC, the committee is pushing so hard for Haley or Nikki Haley.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that her name? Like Nikki Ballsack Haley?
She sucks.
She does.
Like I couldn't believe he got her to do the UN thing. I was like, oh, but I think it was a setup in the long run because I mean, just show that she's a neocon. So, but, I don't know.
I mean, if all and I get these texts at least like 3 times a day, and I always just report it as junk vote for Nikki Haley, vote for Nikki Haley. I'm like, I'm not voting for Nikki Haley. RNC, stop sending me texts, you bastards, because I'm not fucking voting for her. And the more that you send to me, the more that it turns me off to voting for her.
Who's the guy that nobody's ever heard of before?
Vivek Ramaswamy.
Yeah, that guy's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. I think he's just saying things that people want to hear.
I think he's have you listened to him? He says half the shit Obama said. It's like, what the fuck? Where'd you come from, dude?
Yeah.
No. Well, see, that's the thing. I mean, it's most people aren't deep thinkers. There you go.
Yeah. That is the best
And-
description.
People realize that.
And I think that's what he caters to. He says the things that people want to hear. Doesn't necessarily mean it's what he believes, but he can say it with conviction. So vote for him. That's just me personally. I mean, if you want to vote for the dude, vote for him. I don't care one way or the other. I mean, it's going to turn out the way that it turns out. If you need me to convince you who to fucking vote for, then there's something wrong there. Serious.
Yeah.
There's just something wrong if you need me to sit there and convince you who to vote for.
Oh, I know why they're pushing Haley now. They're trying to get her to beat DeSantis.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because she's at 11.7%. He's at 12.1%. I can't believe that.
Another politician.
DeSantis?
Yeah, I can't stand him. Can't
I
stand
know
him.
that.
I think he's a great.
Reminds me of a Pentecostal preacher.
He's a great governor in the state of Florida. In the great state of Florida, he did a really, really good job in the great state of Florida, and that's where he should stay, and keep those people happy, or get elected out, whatever. Doesn't matter to me. It's Florida, but I don't think he has what it takes to do what needs to be done in this country. He doesn't have the swagger.
Okay, check this out. So here's a just thing that absolutely drives me nuts about politics. So I'm looking at 538 right now. They have an aggregate of all the polls, and they're showing a breakdown. Like Reuters has a January 3rd through 9th rolling poll. It has Trump up 37%, but it's all voters. So then you go to Morning Consult. They've got likely voters around the same time, and Trump's up 52%. I hate the all voter thing, and so many people. That's the very first thing you look at on poll is if it's not likely voters, just throw it away. Don't spend your time reading the rest of it. And it's so often it's used though to try to sway and influence public opinion, because all voters is well, never mind.
Well, didn't we learn during the 2016 election that polls make no difference in the way that the people are going to vote? I mean, did we not learn this in 2016? Do you think it changed in 2020?
It was the first time ever that nobody was undecided going into the election.
No, nobody was undecided. They knew exactly who they're going to vote for.
You know that there was one demographic that Donald Trump went lower in support with.
Is it white females?
White males. Every other demographic went up, except for white males.
Speaking of white males,
where?
White.
Where? Prove it. Prove it.
prove it.
Yeah.
Prove it. Prove
Whip it out.
Prove one
Let's
of the
see it.
two.
Let's see
It's
it.
it's a burly white male.
There's one way you
Sub-Saharan
can prove
African.
that you're both of those things.
Okay, let me say something real quick because she said DeSantis should have kept out of 2024 race. Do you know why DeSantis
Yes.
and Ramaswamy and Chris Christie and Pence and all these other people put their name in the hat? Because they didn't want to make it look like they were throwing their hat in for Nikki Haley, because they already decided that that's who they wanted to become the next president. Sorry, that's my opinion. I'm sticking to it, and that's what I said whenever they first had all those people standing up there. I said, out of all those people there, they're looking to get Nikki Haley elected,
And she can't. She's not electable. I'm sorry.
Right,
just
I
not.
agree.
She'll never.
They're all just there to
They're running interference
give this
to do what they
appearance.
can to try to keep Trump out and to help Biden. So
Yep. We just got to stay.
because they're all
And
They're all
they're
too much
probably
of the
really pissed
establishment.
because they went to Trump and said, we'll get Nikki Haley out of there, where all you have to do is go up against DeSantis if you make her your VP. And he was like, she
Yeah,
can
no.
go pound dirt.
yeah.
I would bet it. Yeah, we heard Chris Christie's hot mic, and I talked about that on my morning show.
Oh, I didn't
It was-
hear it. What was it?
Yeah.
He basically said that Nikki Haley is just a warmongering bitch. Basically what he said in so many words. It's like she'll never win. She'll never win, and he knows it. Chris Christie knows that he would never win either. He was a shill. He was just put in that position. Because the first thing he did is like, I will do everything that I can to make sure that Trump never wins or is never elected president again.
Yeah, good call.
Sounds like somebody you want to have in your fucking party, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Oh, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Ridiculous.
I don't
Yeah,
have any.
and you shouldn't care. That's the beauty of it. I don't care either, but
Yep.
it's content. That's all I'm looking at. Like, it's content.
Oh, I do content the hell out of it. I mean,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong.
Yeah, it's fun.
If I start going off, I would make Rush Limbaugh look liberal.
Yeah, that's what
What
you
was
should
that?
do. That's what
I
you
would
should
make
do.
Rush Limbaugh look liberal.
Oh, gosh.
That's what this place needs. That's what the RNC needs is more people that will do that.
Oh yeah. Well, no, they don't like me. I don't get along with people. I have a
along
tendency to
fine
tell
over
people
here.
they're wrong and they're gonna lose.
You get along fine over here.
Yeah, I don't talk politics very much.
You know?
Very much.
Very much.
Very much.
But when you do, it's fun. It's fun. It is good content.
Hey, are the tunnels the Jewish synagogues are building? Is that politics?
Why? You talking about digging a hole again?
I don't know, man. I just think it's funny. They're over there in Israel
do you
trying
know
to
what-
get
here's-
rid of the
here's-
tunnels in Hamas or whatever.
Here's
Down
what
there
I
in New
heard.
York.
Here's what I heard in Brooklyn is somebody dropped a nickel down the drain.
I
That's what
heard that 9/11 was a problem.
Crime Spies, I do not mind if people talk politics, and I love talking politics, and I like learning from other people that know more than I do, because I honestly don't know as much as I would like to. So for me, I find it very interesting, and I have my own opinions, and they might be wrong, they might be right. I don't know. I enjoy talking about it.
I'm kind of
Yeah.
worried. Sorry. I'm kind of worried the expert is getting so nervous about talking about politics, though.
Why?
Because we know what YouTube does.
Yeah, we know what
That's the
YouTube does. We have to be very careful on the YouTube side of things.
I
So
know.
it's very hard to stay away from it.
Yeah.
I have my community warning was I streamed a Trump rally that had who's the guy that I can't think of his name now.
Alex
The,
Jones.
the running back in Georgia that ran for Senate.
Oh, Herschel
yeah,
Walker.
Yeah, Herschel Walker.
Herschel Walker. I love that guy.
Yeah.
And so he was announcing he was going to run for the Senate. And so I was like, oh man, this seems like it'd be great content. And then I got my warning shot to me. I've never deleted that off of my what's that thing called Studio. So whenever I go to Studio, I always see that warning. Now I know you can do a class and have that warning given back to you, but do I look
Yeah,
like a
forget that.
class guy?
You look like a very classy guy.
Oh my gosh, ID
Classy.
crisis.
ID Crisis, what is up, brother? This is a good man right here. YouTube cancels you when you're right, and by right I mean correct.
Yes.
Yes, yes, and left or right, it doesn't matter. If you're correct, you're correct. I mean,
Well, but odds are,
mean-
if you're on the left side, you're not going to be correct on a lot of things.
but that's not true. That I mean, it does make for a good meme. Whenever you go to extremes of either side of that, yes, you're gonna be wrong in so many ways. But it's whenever you get the people that are, that actually speak truth and talk about things that need to be talked about. Demon babies. Babies. We need some more demon babies. We need some more demon babies. That's what we need.
And there's a problem with frog sexuality.
Is there? I don't think there's that much.
The
of a
water's
problem
turning
with
the
frogs.
frogs.
No.
Yeah.
Water's turning the frogs gay.
Demon babies.
Sons of a buck.
I was on my buddy's channel, Good Luck America, Rick Gore, and he's like, a retired cop. He's all about freedom and the whole bit. And he stands up and showed us that he has leggings on. Oh my God. It was like, and then he started talking about how he was in this bar with, he sat down and this drunk was sitting beside him and came up and sat beside him and sat really close to him, and which kind of annoyed Rick. And then the guy started messing with the waitress and just being kind of belligerent and shit. Well, I guess the guy was a regular from there. Anyways, Rick ended up talking to the boss, and he wanted to know all of our opinion because he talked to his lady friends, and his ladies' friends said he should have kept his damn nose out of it. If the waitress was worried about it, she'd have dealt with it herself.
Yeah.
Told him to leave it alone. Well, and I agreed. I think he should have left it alone. It was none of your business, boy. Leave it alone. If she works in a bar, trust me, she handles more than that drunk every night.
Oh yeah.
Well, and Lefty makes a good point here. If he would have left his hands off his phone and let social media team handle his Twitter account, he would have won 2020 by a landslide. I doubt it. I honestly doubt it.
Because the fix was in. They didn't expect him to. They had already started what they were doing in 2016. They just did not expect Trump to do as well as he did.
Right.
And they shocked him. And so they shocked everything.
So
they had to make sure the next time around that they had it calculated correctly to pull it off, which is why everything got shut down at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And you see this massive jump of 100% of votes for one candidate that is statistically impossible to occur.
Yep.
Yes.
It is impossible.
Which is amazing to me. I was just like, really? So,
I watched as numbers changed, as numbers went down for one once the number's there, it shouldn't change back. And I watched
it should never change
as they changed, as they went down, and the other one went up by that same amount. It's like something switching.
Yeah. And you know what made Trump a good businessman was he always handled his business. He didn't put everything in his important shit. He did not put in somebody else's hands. He handled it himself. Just like with with all of that, he wasn't letting somebody else put his words out. He was going to put his own words out. He was not letting somebody sugarcoat it or PC it in any way, shape, or form.
You're not going to get my channel yeeted. You're not going to get my channel yeeted. That's the thing, is because all of the people that are on here know what they can say and what they can't say.
This is a entertainment show. We're entertainers. Yeah, this is not factual or fictional or fractional. It's whatever you want it to be. Just close your eyes and fantasize.
Yeah,
it's complete entertainment.
Just all you have to do is just picture that you're looking at a very large dragon, and you're noticing the beauty of its scales. It's just glittering in the sunlight. That's what it is. It's nothing. Hail ID crisis. Hail ID crisis.
ID crisis is the first person I ever met from YouTube.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, he's I think maybe I was still an avatar back then. I can't remember.
Well, you're just afraid you wanted to get the appeal of the ladies and not all the gay men.
Nah, just getting all the loving from the men.
I love it.
It's a hard world.
I can't quit you, babe.
But
I might have to put you down for a little while.
I love that song.
I know.
I love that song. ID Crisis. You guys may not know this, but he has a little following of vixens that he doesn't even realize it. Every time he's around, chicks are like, "Who's that guy?" And I'm like, it's ID Crisis. I'm not making that up. I know it sounds like I am, but I'm really
No.
not. Really not.
Hmm.
I'm not. The sad part. It'd be
Yeah,
funny
you
if I was. Gutters is like, what's going on over here?
I don't have a fucking clue. I give up.
Gutters, you need to get a hold of ID Crisis and hang out with him.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, you want yes.
Yeah,
The
ID
problem
Crisis
with,
could be
with
cool.
ID Crisis. Now here's the problem is that he is incredibly smart and he spends a lot of time with his own thoughts. So when he's ready to go, he has everything articulated and ready. And just as a boom, 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 boom. And most people can't keep up.
Shit.
Well, yeah, man, dude. If I'm on a stream, you better have like earphones in.
Why doesn't he come on?
Well, I'm looking. I think I have him in here. But
Oh, yeah.
I was looking to see where it is.
You need to.
I know I have him in here
Just
somewhere.
find him over on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gutters.
that would probably be quicker because man, I'm just like I was like, where the hell? I thought I had him on Discord, but man, I'm such a slacker.
Oh,
There he is.
nothing
Damn
wrong
it.
with
There we go.
We'll call him the professor.
that. The professor, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
there
right.
you go. I was like, I know I had him on the Twitter side or the Discord side. He'll be in here. We call him the Professor. Yes,
Well, he really does. He has an incredible memory. It's
yes,
like
he
a
does.
Trap jaw.
Yeah.
And if you like movies, I would take him over anybody else in movie trivia.
And watch him hand paint pinstriping.
That's crazy, wasn't it?
I was like,
Oh.
damn.
That's it. You
Yeah.
have to go to Traveling Fools next trivia with me, ID Crisis, okay? And you just give me all the answers because I hate his trivia. He doesn't like make it easy. I have to have easy stuff. Like Expert knows that you have, mentally challenged people like me. I need like multiple
know.
choice.
I truly am.
I can't think of that shit on my own.
Can you guys tell me why Stanley, the old thermoses and everything, why they're so popular right now?
Because they
I don't know.
Okay.
Mm.
Because they
Never mind
did
then.
what?
because they changed the colors of them. Now they've got like pink and green and purple and blue
That's
and
dumb. You want the green one.
yeah. I want to remember what the hell it looks like. So I don't know. I'm old fashioned though.
Mm.
I have 3.
I'm the dude. So that's what you call me, that or his dudeness or duder or, El Duderino if you're not into the whole brevity thing.
AID.
Oh, yeah. I'll give you the hand that doesn't have the weird glove. I was going to give you in this light, it doesn't
No,
look
no, no,
like
no.
I've got everything. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Also, ID is a artist of his own right. Like he's
Yes, he is.
actually he's making a comic book and is
I just started page
he
15.
can draw stuff like you wouldn't believe.
I
Yes, he
started
can.
page 15 right now, man. And
I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you.
thank you. It's not. It's been slow going.
I know. I'm dying for it to come out.
Do you want to?
I'm still waiting for Joe Balls to come out, bastard.
Who's that?
It's been 2 years.
Is that
Death,
ID
Death,
Crisis
Death?
supposed to do your balls? What?
No,
What?
Joe Ball. He
Huh?
did Death,
He's-
Death.
Yeah. He's an independent artist. I don't know how these guys make a living off of it.
Dude, he should be up over like 100K right now. I need to get him on here because
Death is supposed to be like a pretty good book, but I have some of this. I have some of his work that he did for Wenger when Wenger put out a Super Harem. But that was from way back. I mean, I just finished penciling a page. If you guys want to see the last thing,
Yeah, bring it up.
All right. Let me see.
Hey, ID, what's going on with Ethan Van Sciver?
I was just watching like he was doing. What was
I've got to go back and watch
I
that.
still have
'cause,
it. I still have it. I have not finished it yet. I'm like a little over halfway done.
he and
the-
Yellow
you-
Flash
you-
fight, and
You asked for it. You got it. Brutally honest reviews of ISOM #1. He's got a ballpoint pen, and he's not murdering the comic in any stretch, but he's just making indications the way that an editor would of this should happen here. Why aren't they saying this? And just basically giving a critique from somebody who is experiencing comics to Eric July's work, which for as much of the good work that Eric July does, is not experienced in making comics. And I realize that other people are in on the project.
yeah,
The artist, he's writing, there's an editor, Eric Weathers is lettering it. But I did notice in one of the panels later in the book, and I don't know how common this is because I've never noticed it before, but like there was a tail missing from one of the word balloons. Little stuff like that. Sometimes you can tell that there's 3D assets being used and traced over. And while I'm listening to that, I'm literally looking at like a 1970 or a 1968 Chevelle front end that I'm using as reference in one of the panels on this. So it's, on one hand, you're like, yeah, I totally get it. You don't want to use reference material too exactly while I'm using reference material too exactly.
Yeah. So this is this kind of stuff that he does.
It's really detailed. Yeah.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
You know what turned me on to this was he was on Ricardo's at one point in time.
Really?
And he was drawing these. And I was
Yeah.
like, who in the hell is this guy? Why is he drawing all of this detailed stuff?
Mhm.
And he's also got some stuff that's in color. And I
Right.
was like, holy cow, this is amazing. And then once I figured out who he was, I went and checked it out, pulled up his Indiegogo,
Mhm.
and ended up getting, I think the color copy or whatever like that. I think it was
Mhm.
like this one right here. I was like, that's pretty damn awesome.
Yeah,
It's
he's come. He's come a long way from like doing work for other people, and this is supposed to be like really amazing. And I have to check my contributions. There was a point before, and I don't want to keep bringing it up, but there's a point before my house went to shit. Expert knows what I'm talking about. Where I was spending
Literally.
money. Yeah, I was spending money on more, Indiegogo campaigns and stuff, and then. I had to spend money on other stuff. I had to spend money on other shit, and so I really had to like scale it back. But I still have every once in a while, man, somebody sells me on a book, and I'm like, you know what, this deserves my money. I just have to be more selective about it. I mean, I really, honestly, I think we all should, because on one hand, I want to see new creators make decent. I want to see them succeed. But I don't want to pat them on the head for work that could be better when it wasn't. You know what I mean? It's like, are you spending money on? I always refer to it as it's either the garage band stuff or you were at a recording studio. You know, and you can hear, like in some garage band stuff, you can hear the promise in the music, and you know that they're going to go somewhere. And
Right.
So it is the same way with comics. You know, some comics you can tell they're really trying. They're gonna get better, and you want to have that rookie card, you know. But some of them aren't. You know, and it's, you know, I don't know what to say about it after that. It's just as a matter of where I'm going to invest my time and my money, because it takes time to read these things. I got a whole stack of shit over here that there's like 2 shelves. This is the one that I've read. This is the one I have to read.
Nice.
There's still, I mean, and there's stuff I haven't opened yet, and whatever. But
MG
But
ID
Joe Ball's
Crisis
talented,
was the Maine, Pennsylvania delegate for Joe Biden. These two.
That look on his face.
He's like, I'm gonna kick your ass, expert.
Yeah, no, it's I lived in Key West for a year, so I have a special place in my heart for Florida.
I don't
And
blame
you
you.
should.
Yeah, hashtag DeSantis 2024.
Hashtag
Oh,
save the Cox. There's plenty of them in Key West.
Oh yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. Yeah, the thing that's weird about Key West is that it's there's no other place in Florida that looks like a New England fishing town. You have to
Yeah.
go all the way to the very last island, and then that's what you get. Like
Mhm.
I lived like a block away from Ernest Hemingway's house, which has got all those.
Yeah, it's a cool place.
Yeah.
I've been there. It's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Hey, Gutters
Yeah.
ID did body painting in Key West.
Yeah, I'll never do that again. Because when somebody says body painting, the first thing that everybody thinks of is, oh, chicks. You're just painting
Yeah,
a bunch
you
of hot
did.
chicks. You're not painting a bunch
they
of
were
chicks,
hot.
man. You're painting guys and girls and grandmas and
A lot of grandmas.
dude, do you know what happens when you hit somebody with an airbrush? You can see like wind blowing over summer wheat exactly how much hair they've got.
Oh god,
What is that?
That's
it's a rooster in the tree.
These are roosters.
It's a- yeah,
Roosters and
chicken
hens.
rooster. Mm-hmm.
Where is this?
Yeah, that's Florida.
West.
isn't it? Yeah,
Why do they have that? The Gators haven't eaten them yet.
it's a 4 mile by 2 mile island.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not very
They
big.
have no predators.
The Gators
Right.
can't get in
Come here,
the
man.
tree.
The gators. There are no gators there. So
No. There's no
Which is
predators.
why when somebody whines
You see the old
when
man
somebody
walking
whines
there,
and
too?
crows about sending 50 illegal immigrants to Martha's Vineyard, I laugh my ass off
Hey, buddy.
because that place is 3 times the size of Key West.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to talk about that? I don't have any like
Yes.
YouTube couth when it comes to
Don't
Yeah.
worry about that. You are
When it comes to
absolutely
couthing?
fine. You're absolutely fine.
okay, cool.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't want to mess
I-
with your.
I don't get upset.
That's good.
I know that you know how to contain yourself, and
I
you know
don't
the
though.
things.
I mean I know how to contain
You
myself.
do. You do.
I know how to contain myself in public, but this isn't public. This is
This is a
the
different
internet.
thing.
This is
You're very
YouTube.
well behaved in public. Very
Yes,
well
Yeah, I
behaved.
know that. I can
But
say all
me-
kinds of cool stuff and be well behaved in public. You can say all kinds of cool stuff and not be well behaved on YouTube. It's a whole other thing.
I'm not worried about it.
You know what I'm
You'll
saying?
be fine. Yeah, I know what you're saying, but you'll be fine.
All right.
If-
Anyways, if you want to see the latest
go.
page, I can show it to you. You want to share that? Yeah.
Oh.
This is a part of the story where the main character's helper is running into the closet to look for brake fluid. And then the very next frame, which is next to you, if you'll notice, there's the office, right?
Uh-huh.
The office door, and then in the next one they come through that office door, grandpa and daughter, right,
Yeah.
going to see dad, guy that owns the shop. And I had to work this face over a few times because I was like, it doesn't look right. His eyes look weird and it was like a fake happiness. I might mess with it a little bit more. And, but
needs
this
an
is
iPad.
basically this whole thing. This whole thing is sort of like the catalyst for what happens next because this
looks like a Chevelle Super Sport.
it is a 1968 Chevelle Super Sport, and I actually, because this car is going to be showing up later, the one above is a 1932 Ford Roadster.
yeah,
Okay.
I actually, I
Awesome.
don't know if you can see it in the little window. I actually built a model so that I would always have it in case I needed to draw it from different angles.
Yeah.
Because that one shows up in a couple of different places, like in the future. The 68 Chevelle is there to just kind of like take up space for that panel. So I didn't really care. But I did get, somebody did call me. I'm supposed to do an airbrush job on a fiberglass front end for one of these things.
That'd be nice.
For a drag
neat.
car. It's weird. Like you have to do like chrome effects and things like that. And I've never done that before. So I have to research that. But this whole page establishes the relationship between the daughter, and the father. Mom's dead. Like these three people in this bottom panel is all that exists in this family.
Wow.
Dad, father, and
This is
dad.
a comic book about a guy who goes around and avenges people with a meat hook. So don't let the happy family.
Well,
yeah,
they're
Meat hooks
happy.
are good.
They're happy
They're happy.
now. They're happy
Yeah.
now. This is that moment before Bruce Wayne sees his parents die in the alley.
All right.
That's what this is. This is what you're experiencing. They're at the opera. If you're familiar with the story,
no,
everybody's.
never heard of Batman.
Oh, you never heard of Batman? It's really something else.
You know, that's White Rabbit's biggest pet peeve. She's like, I do not ever want to see another Batman movie where I have to relive his origin.
Well, yeah, and that's why they didn't do that with the. I think there was the Spider-Man movies, the most recent ones. They didn't waste their time with any of that, did they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Coming Home
Mhm.
or Homecoming or both of
No,
them.
they
have
just
home
that
in
was
the
those
title.
were just continuations, but it was still they still had the origin in there.
What is like because there's the Toby, what's his face,
Tobey
Andrew
Maguire.
Garfield, and then the one from Civil War.
And then
what's that kid's name?
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland, right? But his own self-contained Spider-Man movies, did they? I
think
haven't
they
seen
did.
them.
Yeah,
I
Did
think
they
the
go into
first
an
one
origin?
yeah.
I
All
thought
of them
it
do
was-
an
maybe
origin.
didn't.
I'm so sick of them
Maybe it
doing
didn't.
origins. Like, get on with the damn the story.
Yeah, like if you don't know by now, if you don't know Spider-Man by now, you will never know
Oh, boy.
it anyway. An expert, of course, shows me a damn video, and I showed that on my morning show. That video you sent me, I was like, I hate this because I know this feeling.
Yes.
Yeah, I was
was
just
it?
like, I'll show
Dude,
it.
it's
to
like
you.
it's a short. Do I? Do you have it?
Yeah,
Is it a
Shane?
YouTube short?
Yeah, give me just a second. I'll show.
So
you.
if you have to you have to understand. It says when you live in a house with musicians. So I mean,
Oh, yeah,
As soon as I saw that, I was like,
Just-
oh,
hold on, here we go.
oh,
Here
let's
we
see
go.
what.
Stop. Okay, sorry.
That would be me.
Welcome, Ballstorm. This is what happens when the animals attack.
Oh man,
Oh man, what's happening?
what is happening? That's the cat I was sitting across the table from when I was having the best French fries in the world. Oh my goodness.
Let me see.
I have to get back down there one of these days. Just because it's like we're supposed to like
May
when
16th
my
and 17th.
daughter is going to be graduating high school, and every one of the kids has always gone on a trip when they graduate. There was a Disney World. I think the two older ones went. Kara wants to go to Panama City. We're gonna visit my
Dude, May 16th, you need to come down to Dollywood. May
Dollywood.
17th, you need to come to the live version of Friday Night Live.
It'll be incredible.
All right,
Yeah,
I'm
here-
gonna
here-
have to look at my vacation days, man.
Here's the actual video. Here's the actual
so
video.
this is what I sent him.
This is for all musicians out there because you know this feeling.
Guys, hold on. Check this out. Check this out. Hey, mama said the way you move gon' make you sweat, gon' make you groove.
I love that.
Yep,
That's
that
great.
is it
That's
right
because
there.
you know what that guy's trying to do is to try to get that earworm out of his head now,
Mhm.
Yes.
where it's stuck in there for the rest of the day.
And now it's
Like,
stuck.
all right,
God
it's like
damn it.
Because
Well,
he
the
was
drummer-
you could hear him in the background. He's
Yeah.
working on composing something, and so she came in and did that right in the middle of him
Yep.
I
working
didn't
on
hear that
something.
part in the
Okay.
beginning. I just thought that was an earworm. Like,
Yeah, now
No,
it's
it's like-
now it's stuck in my damn head. Shit.
Well, she does it. She
I think
really
there's
wails.
worse songs that
Yeah.
you could have stuck in your head.
Yeah.
Oh, there's always worse songs.
Oh, there are much worse songs.
So many worse. My beard
Yeah.
is crooked going on here. Straighten
Have you
that
ever
out.
had the Three's Company theme song stuck in your head?
Come and knock on my door.
Jeez. What did I have stuck
I'll
We've
in
been
be
my
waiting on you This is hers,
Hers and his, Three's company too.
You can say that with anything and just like, oh no, it's not my fault. I was just asking a question. Have you ever heard fill in the blank stuck in your head and now it's in there?
Yep.
Yeah, but you can't be blamed for it. You little.
You
I
guys
know
will,
what you're
you
trying
guys
to
will
do.
be singing Three's Company in like 2 days.
Hey, Fed, good to see you. Good to see you, brother. Fed showing up, hanging out.
Federevsky.
Federevsky.
Has anybody seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Did you know? I didn't know anything about that movie except for there was a fight scene between Brad Pitt's character and whoever Bruce Lee was supposed to be. And I did not know that it was supposed to establish Brad Pitt's character as somebody that you don't want to fuck around with, because, and I know what the ranch was all about, but I had no idea that, you know, when Quentin Tarantino was writing this film, he's like, you know, driving along 10 and 2. And then when it's time to rob somebody's house, he just palms the wheel and decides to put him in the wrong house. And that meant everything. I thought that was one of the most ingenious things I've ever seen in cinema. Am I alone in this?
I haven't
No,
seen
it's
it.
a
So I
great
don't
movie.
know.
No.
I didn't realize that. No, I didn't notice that.
Yeah,
Danielle.
it was
Danielle.
what it's a what if. Have you ever read a what if comic book?
Danielle.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
Hey,
But
Daniel.
you know about the Shannon
night, Cool
Tate
Gamer.
murder and all that stuff with Charlie Manson and all that. Okay, it's a what if of that, and it's really cool.
there was
I don't want to. I'm not trying to ruin it. I'm just saying it's the way it's treated. The entire. It's an alternate history, and it's fucking cool. So
there's a YouTuber that does Google Earth searches. I know, right?
oh
It's like,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
not a big deal. But he does like he lives
Uh-oh.
in Southern California by gutter.
Yeah.
Did
she'll
she
be
say
back.
goodbye? Did she have to go?
No, she'll be back. She was feeding back.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. I'm sorry about that.
No, she'll
I
be
was
back.
wondering what that was.
Yeah,
But
that's all.
this guy, he did the whole like Manson stuff, and I was like, I didn't know the story like this, and so he does a really good, incredible job with the Google Earth stuff, and he lives in Southern California, so like some of the places he'll actually go to after he tells the whole story, it's really interesting. And then I was like, of course, then I saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Yeah, this is awesome.
I love that. The concept is awesome. I would
Yeah.
love to see somebody do something like that. I think they've done it before with was it 13 Days and whatever, where it was a Kevin Costner and Kevin Costner plays a fictitious character who is best friends with Robbie and John Kennedy. And
Yes.
it's about the Cuban Missile Crisis. It's like that. It's like a fictitious adaptation. They only put that character in there so that they can humanize the entire event and tell the story from
Right,
from that
right.
angle.
Yeah.
It's an interesting thing. Like something like it's like a what if. I love the what ifs. What ifs are awesome.
You know what Once Upon a Time in Hollywood made me want?
More Bruce Lee getting
Blowtorch.
his ass kicked.
Oh, the
Blowtorch.
Oh yeah, the blowtorch. I don't want to give. There's
Yeah,
people
you can't
who
just
have
need
to
one,
it,
man.
I don't want to
That's
do it.
it.
I
We're
know
not gonna
there's
talk about
people-
anymore.
I'm looking at people who haven't seen it yet, and I don't
Yeah,
want to.
that's it.
See,
MG
I-
Law
I-
has such a
Yeah,
MG Law has such a kind face, but it's streaming on Hulu if you have Hulu.
See, I use a
No.
blowtorch to get my my green egg
You-
fired up to smoke
Oh
with.
yeah.
Right,
I just
Your
grab
charcoal starter.
that blowtorch and just
the charcoal starter.
yep.
No, you're talking about a propane torch. This is a put on your
World War
backpack
II.
and shoot fire at people.
Like
Oh,
flamethrower.
okay. I like
yeah.
that flamethrower.
Napalm. Shoots
Yeah,
like-
that's
That's-
it. Yeah, flamethrower.
That's how you light the tiki torches around the pool.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I was
Perfect.
trying to point at you, but my hand was too low.
you
Like, you got it. You got it, Ballstorm.
got a ball storm.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, you just light up the. I got 6 of them on the deck. You just kind of like do like this, and
Good night, Gutter Club.
that's it.
Yeah, Levy.
Is she
2 days
taking
in the
off?
Care Gutters
valley.
Girl. So
I
glad.
did see
Thank
that.
you for coming by. Hold on, just saying, the Gutter Girl. Thank you so much for coming by. It was always a pleasure having you. And if you guys haven't, go and check out Gutter Girl. It's Gutters Pub, and
She has a channel. Awesome.
she has a channel. She usually opens it up, and that's what we were telling Gutters Girl earlier, is you need to go and check her out and get on her panel and talk with these folks, because you would do really well with them.
Let's see what we got.
The world needs more ID crisis.
Yes.
All right, now look. She's got 460 subscribers. So that's,
Yeah, we're trying to get her to the 500.
and she's got
Get her to 500.
I didn't know
460.
that.
She's got 461.
Yep. There you
I'll
go.
have to check that out and see. And
We can get Gutters to 500.
Yeah. I think we could have Gutters to 500.
you only
in no time
need
at all.
39 more.
Yeah.
That's easy.
Yeah.
You know, it's weird. You put stuff out there and you leave it sit for a while. It's like a slow boil. I'm over 1,000, and it happened without any fanfare. It was just like I got one of those emails, and
They said you're over 1,000.
I was pleased about it for a little bit, and then and somebody said to me, "Oh no, it's all
Watch
about
ours.
views. Yeah, it's all about views now. It's all about
It's about
viewing
views.
hours and stuff." And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
Don't you hate
know.
that guy, man? I've heard him too. He's an idiot.
What do you mean?
I'm the one that always says that.
Yes.
Oh, that's okay. Well, I'm
The
not-
show's
Yeah.
awful.
I'm not like well, like when you put your channel up and geez, man, like, and when like Divinity just started her thing, and
Oh
then
yeah, she's
like, right. I mean, I don't know. It's the amount of time you spend working on or whatever. For me, it's like casual, and do I have the time to do it? And I'm happy for all the people who have success with it, including like everybody that I'm looking at here. And I try to stay drama free, because I want everybody to do well.
Exactly.
But it's that thing. It's like they changed it. Like everybody started to have a YouTube channel, and it went from subscribers to views and the amount of time that people are watching.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which isn't a bad. It's not a bad idea for YouTube to do that, because that makes people want to do better content. So there's more people watching, and they're spending their time watching YouTube and creating content for YouTube. You know what I mean? It's sort of like that. It's more carrot and stick. It's more carrot, and get people to do more stuff. But anyways, y'all were. I can't remember. What were you talking about 3 hours ago?
What was it? Well, I was actually using AI to create.
Yeah. That's what it was.
Great.
I went upstairs to spend some time with the family, and I came back down here, and you were still going. I was like, oh my God, they're still going.
Yeah, that's how it started, and it never stays that way. I mean, especially when you get the expert, he just comes in and derail shit.
The living
What? Surely not.
expert. Expert. The living tangent. That's probably what I like about him. I'm the same way.
Exactly.
What?
And it was
the living off ramp. The living
Well, the
off
thing
ramp
was-
to the local road that winds through whatever weird town.
I'm Mulholland. I'm Mulholland.
well, and
But you
I
were doing the same. You were doing the same thing. Like that's who you are in real life, though, man. I totally dug it. It was great. Reading a menu with you is an adventure.
exactly.
I still, man, you know
Hear
what?
that?
I've never gotten those deep fried,
deviled eggs.
deviled eggs
deviled
again.
eggs,
I
yeah.
need those things. I love that.
Well, you're closer
Fried
than I am.
Anything is good.
You're closer than I am. I mean, if you really want to treat me like the god that you think I am, make sure that when you go to get that table at that restaurant, you make them set a place for me, but nobody sits in that chair.
Dude, I'll do that.
All right,
That's no
that's
problem.
cool.
man.
I'm gonna take a picture. And
This is our
everything.
invisible
Like,
friend.
This is ID crisis. This is right. A real
printer, I'd
identity
print it.
crisis.
If I
He
had a
doesn't even
printer,
know-
I would print out
He
your
doesn't
logo
even know
and
that he's
slap it.
supposed to be here right now, and that's why the chair is empty.
I do need a printer. Then I'll I'll take it, I'll print out you, and then I'll just laminate it and carry it around on a
cardboard
stick
cutout.
and be like, "Hello, I'm the little ID crisis."
How about this? Send me a. No, it's gonna sound weird. Make sure you have
No,
clothes
let's not
on.
talk about
Hold on,
carrying
wait,
your
wait, wait.
stick around.
Make
Your
sure,
little stick.
wait. Make sure you have clothes on when you do it. But have White Rabbit take a full body picture of you. Send it to me. I'll make a cardboard cutout. I'll have the vinyl, like a vinyl printed on vinyl. Stick it on there, right? I'll send you one of me. I'll dress up for it. It'll be like really nice. Could have a suit on. You know
A
what I mean?
suit.
Or I can
Maybe
use-
like a maybe. How about a tutu?
Whatever. I mean, in fact, I'll dictate what you're supposed to wear. You dictate what I'm supposed to wear. I'll send you a picture. You send me a picture. I'll cardboard cutout, full size. You know, like so that you got put our arm around each other, right? And then that'll be like a really cool little internet gag just between you and me. He's actually here right now, and you can't tell because it's that it's that cardboard
Dude,
cutout.
now I am. Now it just makes me want to like get a picture of you and just like pull it up
It's
here.
so
like,
it's so
"Hello."
stupid.
Yeah.
Either that
I
or
know,
they'll
it's
think
so,
you're
like,
some
it's
sort
so-
of protester.
It's so stupid. It's cool. Quote. I think Todd Rundgren said that.
Oh man.
Sorry. All right. I'm back.
MG and the cat.
I'm back. I took off for a little bit. but now I'm back.
Nakamoto.
No. MG's cat is probably the most vicious, slobbering creature you'll ever run into.
Yeah,
He
he'll be
doesn't
drooling
look-
on my arm here in a
He
minute.
doesn't. He looks like he's only just tolerating you.
Well, he
Well,
can't. It's like, as soon as he was sleeping in the bedroom. As soon as I come in here and close the door, get on the computer, he starts scratching at the door on the other end of the house.
Oh, right.
Let him in. He comes walking around for a few minutes, goes back to the door, starts hitting on it to get out. So I let him out. 10 minutes later, he's back in here
Word.
at the door wanting in. So I let him in, and he's just being a jerk.
He'll bite you.
Now he
from the
wants me to hold him, but not really, because his tail is just going crazy.
But he just wants to be. He just wants to know that you're not gone.
I
Yeah,
want
he'll be
you
slobbering.
you
He
to
doesn't
want
like me, but
I need.
oh, he's drooling already.
I want
Nasty-ass
you
cat.
to want me.
If it's
Isn't
drilling,
that one of the
it's-
best?
love
Isn't that one of the best
you.
songs as far as
Love
lyrics are concerned? It's ingenious.
I got to see Cheap Trick live. I actually went into their
Really?
because they were using our sound equipment at a show in Fort Lauderdale at Somerset on the Beach.
Oh,
And-
cool.
And so we were the house band for like that week, and we were using one particular room, and I walked in there and they hadn't showed up yet, and I cracked open a beer and I'm sitting there drinking a beer and they all come in. I was just like,
Oh,
Brandon?
hi guys.
hi guys. They're like, no, hang out.
Are you drinking?
My
like
my
Tom
wife's
Judy?
one of my wife's English teachers in high school dated one of the Cheap Trick guys.
Oh, that's awesome.
Which
Yeah,
one?
It's just like I don't know. But she was like, yeah, this teacher like looked like a porn star too. So
Does
What-
anybody
I'm
remember?
intrigued.
Well, and whenever I
Right.
saw him, David Bryant, which is the keyboard player for Bon Jovi, was playing with them. And then like what 10 years later, David Bryant bought out one of the companies that I worked for, an Oregon company that I worked for. It was pretty cool. I was like, neat.
Yeah, but there's not. I think it's pretty cool. Like when a rock and roll act or somebody from one of those bands is wise with the money that they made and then sinks it into something else. I think is it Ian? Who's the Ian guy from Jethro Tull? Ian, the guy
Oh.
that plays the flute. You know who I'm talking about, though.
Yeah.
I think he bought like a salmon farm in England or something like that, and then that's where he took his money, invested it in that a salmon farm.
Of all things.
Well, what I mean, but it could be real estate. It could be he could be day trading or whatever. But it's like they're just not idiots. Most English those guys in those English bands they seem to be like way more educated than like the Motley Crue guys. Oh, maybe I'll make some money on the back end of that Netflix Dirt thing. You
That's
know,
a good
and-
movie.
you know what I mean? Like
You know,
that's
like that?
their
Yeah.
only hope. You know. Meanwhile, the guys from Pink Floyd have all of their money sunk into like 6 different $1 million, companies or, Fortune 500 companies, and they're just like sitting pretty because they had a real education.
my wife represented someone from, oh, damn it, I can't remember the name of it. It was a hip hop band from like the 80s. Damn it. Who in
It's
the
going to be
hell
Run
was it?
DMC. It's going to be the
DMC?
Fat Boys. It's going to
No.
from the 80s.
Vanilla Ice.
No, the
Vanilla
80s, not the
NWA,
90s.
and NWA is the
Vanilla
early
Ice.
90s.
Yeah, it's the 90s.
Oh God, who was it?
But there's only like 3 groups in the 80s.
Grandmaster Flash.
That's one.
Grandmaster Flash. I think that's it. No, because it was a group. It was a
It
whole
was a group,
yeah.
not a guy.
Right.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who it was. And it was just in a real estate transaction. She was like from, and he was like, yeah, and she was like, okay. He actually reached out to her like I think it was last week. It was just like, I've got this thing I want you to look at. And she was like, I don't know if I have time for it.
Right.
Honestly,
she's
just
what you look at.
yeah.
If I got
Oh,
time.
she is so busy with stuff, and you know, it's like maybe if I'll have to look at it, and it also might be
God
something
bless
she's
you,
not
man. That's
able to
awesome.
do. You know, there's she can handle certain real estate things, but there's some things where someone's like, oh, I've got this closing. It's like, yeah, I don't do closings. I'm not a closing attorney. There's big difference. Closing attorneys have like this paperwork that's like this big stack of papers that you have to sign off on. It's this massive contract. I was like, no, she doesn't do those. Different area of law.
Yeah.
But if you're when you're
Brandon?
in real estate, like if you're a broker, is that something that you understand as part of your getting your license?
Like if you're a real estate broker?
Well, no, I mean, or like a real estate agent, like you buy or you work for like Century 21 or something like that, or you're a real estate agent, is what I meant.
Real estate. No, she's a dirt lawyer, so she does a lot of like quiet titles and you know stuff like that. There's a big difference,
dirt?
like
DIRT or
Like real property.
Yeah,
DIRT.
DIRT, dirt
Yeah,
law.
I mean, just real property stuff.
Yeah.
versus
like a closing
A contract
attorney,
attorney or
it would just be more
or
contract.
you know, personal
Yeah,
injury or anything. She does.
well, when
real
you like
estate
when you say
closing.
like dirt, I thought that to me, I
Land
was like,
development.
you mean like just land?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay, all right. Dirt.
Well, and there's
And houses,
little
I mean, closing them.
subsections involved in that, but yeah,
Sure.
it's basically just dealing with land. I mean, my wife, whenever I'm sitting there going, okay, I've got to write this particular, you know, brief or whatever for her, she'll sit there and start going, okay, it needs to be this Georgia code, blah 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 blah, and she'll start rattling off the code that it falls under.
Yeah,
It's just like shit.
she sounds like very intelligent.
She is
And
very intelligent.
and
Except she married
it's
Shizzy.
gonna be like
so
law
something
and real
wrong.
estate and stuff.
She must not-
Someone wrong.
Sucker.
Oh.
Well, as long as we're honest about who we are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's good people.
I'm Batman.
Just because I've never seen you in the same room doesn't mean
Yeah,
you
right.
are.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Wow.
Brandon's like, man, I wasn't even close to live. he was playing catch up crew.
Fast forward.
Oh, that sounds like fun, Brandon.
With lawyers. I'm going to start drinking heavily. Oh, dude, I feel for you. If you're having a call at 11 o'clock at night with an attorney
not
On
good.
Saturday?
that is not
No.
on a
Usually
Saturday.
you're trying to
What
get out
is-
of jail.
What does that?
Trying to get out of the drunk tank.
I don't know what.
But he's
What are
about to
those calls?
start drinking heavily. so
Brandon. What does Brandon do? What does that mean? I need.
Let's go, Brandon. Brandon's good people.
yeah,
No.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it now. But what I mean is, you all know him, and I don't. So when he says an 11 p.m. Saturday call with a lawyer,
That's
You
just
want a
not
lawyer
good.
calling you ID crisis at 11 p.m.
You don't
No.
want to be talking to a lawyer at 11 o'clock at night on a Saturday.
oh,
Uh-uh.
he was being bad. He got in trouble. Did Lesko
Or-
Brandon get in trouble?
There's
Or
some,
or
yeah,
there's
business.
some, yeah,
You
some-
know,
Oh,
there'd be any
He said
number
it
of
wasn't
things.
for him.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's what I mean. I was like, I need particulars. I want to know who. I need to know who's who. Expert, good
Well, I
guy, Ballstorm. I've met. I look. If I'm breaking
Storm
bread with
still
you,
up in the air.
if if I'm breaking bread with you, Shizzy
Mush.
Wiznut by
Mush.
association, MG Law by association. If you're hanging out with people that I could eat with, you're probably all right. This guy over here, let's go, Brandon. I don't know what that's all about.
No, he's
all, yeah.
Thanks
no.
for bringing it together for me.
Let's go. Brandon is not all right. Just so you know, he's not all right.
The
There's
kids
something-
are not all
something
right
wrong.
in
There's
Let's Go
something
Brandon
wrong with the
world.
guy.
He has the
And that's-
fascination with maps.
That's why
Yes.
we. That's why we.
Oh,
like
is
Let's
he?
Go
Is
Brandon.
They belong on the wall.
Because there's
I'm
something
pointing at
wrong with it.
myself. I can't figure out how this
He's
works. Is Let's Go?
It's always
is-
backwards. See,
is
like
Let's
that's
Go
experts,
Brandon.
that's-
Is Let's Go
Let's Go.
Brandon? Is he the Apple Maps guy? The Google Maps guy?
No, he just
No.
He just
Oh,
believes
okay.
they belong on a wall.
they belong on a wall.
You belong on a wall, and there's
he
a
collects
reason why
maps
maps
and
belong.
hangs them on his wall.
Yes.
He, I bet him because he's a truth. He is not blinded by the whole Glober
Global.
mythos. Yeah, the Glober
Glowy?
myth. Glober. You know, people that believe
It's
Glober is
right.
down.
I love the his avatar, the Florida man. That's awesome. Dude, has anybody seen that, like that independent comic book, Florida Man?
No, but
Yeah.
that's a real beer. You realize
It is
that, right?
beer.
No,
That's
no,
a beer.
I'm sure it is, but it's like that.
Yeah.
Everybody took the idea of all those news stories. Florida Man does fill in the blank. Florida Man.
Yeah.
And they just took it and like, yeah, man, I'm gonna make money off of this shit. Why
It's
not?
made by Cigar City Brewing, and they make some really good beer. I've had some.
Is that right?
Beer, yeah. Cigar
Man.
City Brewery makes some really good beer.
I had a guy living across the street from me. We loved him to death. Young parents, best Halloween parties ever. They made as far as like micro brew beer. These guys made crack. It was so good. I mean, like paid me to make a logo, and I took half of it in their beer, half of my payment in their beer. Loved them to death. And then they moved
Exporter,
away.
you
They
okay?
moved away. I couldn't believe it. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. So good. And Florida Man beer is that good? Is Florida Man beer is that like porter crack?
No, it's not going to be porter crack. Florida Man beer is probably going to be an IPA.
More like
Yeah,
an
that'd be
IPA,
my
an
guess.
It just has that look of
Crack.
an IPA, but it's called Florida Man. So I mean, why wouldn't you call it IPA?
It's gonna be,
It's gonna be Florida Man
urine.
bath
It's gonna be
salts crack.
urine from a meth head.
Yeah, it's an
That's what it
IPA.
is.
Learn from
Right.
a method.
It's
Yeah.
not
Well-
IPA. IP
IPA suck.
IP a meth.
What's up, David? What's wrong with that? As long as they're on the wall, there's nothing wrong with them.
What's wrong?
Damn, where is?
I think no, that's so Florida Man is a beer. I'm gonna have to seek that out. When I'm in is it available in Panama City? Let's go, Brandon.
Probably.
Is that
More than likely, yeah.
Huh.
You'll
It's a
probably have to
double
find-
IPA. It's a double IPA.
Yeah, see,
Ooh.
yeah, I could just tell by
Yeah.
the label that was an IPA because
Yeah.
if it
It's
was
a double
right,
IPA.
it was anything like what I'm drinking tonight, which is a white chocolate Moohoo by Terrapin. See, you
God.
notice that it's got like this
I
dark.
didn't-
You know,
thing
the
to it,
only
so-
thing that
so it's
saves
gonna be a
that beer
dark
from
beer.
being faggy is that it says Terrapin across the top, and that puts you into like Grateful Dead territory.
So it's
Unless
That's
kinda
the
like-
fact that it's
kinda
a-
like
it's probably
Terrapin
a port.
Station and
it's not the fact that it's a 6.1. in
yeah,
alcohol.
but it's an IPA, right?
No,
No, it's
No.
not. Is it like a porter, more like a chocolatey kind of a
yeah,
thing?
it's
Just
more
like
of a
white
porter
chocolate.
chocolate. Yeah, IPA.
Well, like
IPA,
hops,
eh?
like hops
Yeah.
is a downer.
Only if you're
You-
Canadian.
Hey,
That's
what
good.
we're talking about.
There's a victory beer they had it's called Hop Devil.
That just sounds gay already.
Dude,
A victory beer,
it's-
that's like victory fries. It just sounds gay.
So there's a place up here that's called
Oh.
Quaker Steak and Lube, and they make
Quaker Steak and Lube. Have
Quaker
you heard about
Steak.
the woman that got arrested for
Quaker Steak.
masturbating?
On the beach?
There was a woman that got arrested for masturbating in sort of like a quick trip kind of place. The name of it was called Come and Go.
Yes, Come and Go. Awesome.
That's a real place.
Yeah, Come
It
and Go is a
is.
real gas station.
Yeah.
It's a
She
bunch
got
of them
she
in
got
Oklahoma.
arrested for masturbating there.
We used to have a Come and Go T-shirt.
I read that. I was like, oh my
What
gosh.
does the body cam footage of that even?
Well, I mean,
Is it after the fact? They caught her red-handed. God, I hope they didn't catch
Hope
her
it's not
red-handed.
red-handed.
That would have been weird.
yeah, we're hoping it
That would have
wasn't
been
red-handed.
gross.
Yeah, if it was red-handed, then
Like,
it was
we
that
gotta-
time.
We gotta pray
Hey,
for these people. I'm
Hey,
telling you.
Shizzy, I've always found it a travesty that they don't have a Hooters in Cumming.
And why?
Why don't they have a Hooters in Cumming?
They don't.
No,
They do
They
not.
in Cumming, Georgia.
Yeah.
Do they have a raisins?
No, they don't have a raisins.
They don't have a lot of stuff in
So
Cumming.
only the bottom row understood that, right?
What kind of raisins?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Oh, I love that episode.
You
so
know
much.
that an expert knows that episode.
Oh
You-
my
you
god, I
and
love
me.
that.
Raisins.
You and me.
I used to spend too much time at Raisins.
Don't say that. And then he leaves.
You did that on your own then.
Hold out this Oh my goodness. I'll vouch for you, even though I don't know you that well. But I'll vouch for you. Even though it may,
I love to look
it may
at-
ruin my
I don't
future
know you that
political
well.
career when I'm running for president, I'll vouch for you.
Oh my god.
Good Lord. So,
I didn't
AI
get that
art.
an hour ago.
It's just like bringing it around full circle. So, AI art.
I blanked out.
If you were going to plug the entire conversation that started at 3 hours and 17 minutes ago and use the entire conversation as prompts into an AI art generator, what would it come out as?
It would say half the show I wasn't here. And then it would say 3/4 of the show you Law and Volstorm weren't here, and neither were you.
Right.
That's all I know. I don't know what he did.
It would say,
He-
"Come check it out on Sunday night with Shizzy." And
Yeah, with
Look,
Diva
I
and
came
shit.
in here. He was playing with AI,
Diva
and I
and
said,
Shizzy.
"Which one is the porn AI generator?"
I said we're not
And
showing that one.
Then we started seeing that, and then it was
This is awesome.
I love that. He's wagging his tail.
is that
Right?
Ricky Martin?
that's impressive.
That is so cool. That dog, he had it down. He had it down.
Most of the stuff that I send to my family from like Instagram is usually like dog stuff, baby stuff, and God stuff. That's my
Why are you
Instagram.
sending God to your family?
You know, like faith and spirituality stuff. Because I
And then
didn't
you-
take
he
him to
replies
church.
to things
Because
very
I didn't take him to
inappropriately.
church as much as I should have when they were little. So now I got to make up for it with Instagram shit.
And then he replies to like dog jumping into the arms video. What was that?
Oh no! When the Belgian Malinois get all that
Yes.
kind of air, and oh man,
Yeah. What was that? You
That's nuts.
replied. It was awful. It was like, oh, so your whole family. That's right.
well, I think there's Belgian Malinois in the dog that we have, but there's also Boxer, which means he also wants to like jump on you. But I don't know, man. That dog is nuts.
No,
Like,
but
we
it
have
was,
to feed
it
him
was something
protein.
about that. In your, you thought you were replying to your wife, and you replied to your whole family. He said something naughty.
Oh, that no, that was
What?
that was. How do I word this? If you haven't
Oh,
seen
it was
the meme,
awful.
Don't hit reply
yeah.
all.
Oh, he did. His daughter saw it.
No, well, it was a reply to something. It was okay.
It was something
has
about,
anybody ever seen? It's like a European Special Forces or something like that, where they literally have a Belgian Malinois in a holster on the side of the soldier, where he can just pull the cord and the dog takes off running like a missile and just jumps right. Okay. Somebody had sent that to the entire family. I think my wife had sent that to the entire family as like cool dog video. And I replied with, what did I say? It was something about, but it was something about like unleashing my dick, because I thought I was just talking to my wife. But it went to everybody.
I was like, when you come home and I unleash my cock, you grab.
Exactly. It went to everybody except the youngest one. Except there was my only saving grace is that
He told this to me like 3 times. And I couldn't figure out what he's saying, and because he finally got through. It was like, no, you understand. Went to my entire family.
To unleash, right? And yeah, man, it went to my 2 oldest, but not my youngest, and that's my saving grace. Is it didn't go to the one who would have been like 12 years old at the time.
No, it just went to the ones that are like now scarred.
Yeah, old enough to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good thing families don't have HR departments.
You always be like my buddy on Valentine's Day. He got this. Someone sent him a message, was just like "Happy Valentine's Day," and he was just like, "Oh, cool." And he sent just not even looked at the picture, sent it on to his family. Well, it turns out that it was a woman holding a rose stem to her lower nether regions.
To the roast beef.
And it was sort of in the shape of a rose petal.
Oh,
he never looked at it, and he sent it to his mother, his sister, his cousins. And of course, he gets a call from his sister. It's like, your mom is pissed. He was like, why is she pissed? Did you not see what you sent her? He was like, I wished her happy Valentine's Day. That's the only thing I've sent to her in the past 24 hours. She was like, you need to look at the picture you sent her. He looked at it and was like, oh God.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know how you recover from that.
You don't.
You disappear.
I think I would never use a phone again, and then I would.
No, you just have to.
No. Here's what you do: you disappear for 2 months, and then set up a new YouTube channel.
Oh yes,
yeah.
Is that how you do it?
Yeah.
That's how somebody else does it. That we
No,
know.
it's like, that's how somebody else does it, not me. That's never happened to me. It sounds kind of like and I'm not judging it, but it sounds like you've had to go through this process.
No, but I know somebody who has.
Oh, cool. Expert. Have you gone through this process before?
Busted.
What are we doing? No, I didn't do anything.
Because I like it. The only person that I know that he knows is you. So that's my next.
I don't really know him.
I don't know any of the rest of you. I just know Expert. Evidently.
Right. Well, I mean, that's the first. I'll work my way down the tier after. Was it Chizzy? Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you've been on with me before, brother.
I have, yeah, sure. It was a fun time. I have no idea. I do not remember what we talked about.
He doesn't have a clue.
It's a fun time, but I don't remember any of it.
It was great.
It was great. No, I do. It's anytime I get to spend time in the real world with cats is awesome. Belgian Malinois Special Forces. I'm trying to find this picture.
No, the picture is not part of it. We all know what the picture is the fact that you were going to unleash it on your family.
Yeah.
That's the funny part, man.
I know.
You know what? You can't recover. We don't want to see it. That's just you.
I'm not trying to recover. I just really like the first time I saw that picture it came to me like a bolt out of the blue. Like, this is the greatest thing I should ever say.
And having met his family, it makes it even funnier.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. You know what? That night, or like the early morning, I had to drive all over Tennessee. I've never been there before because Kara was feeling like so bad she wanted to go to the hospital.
Oh,
like she
shit.
had some like sore throat or whatever. But she was like, one of the reasons why, like, if you remember dinner, her and her friend were just like not talking to anybody at all because she was feeling sick. I didn't know because it was only just coming upon her. And then earlier that morning, and we're on vacation, so I'm like, yay, beer, yay, shots and stuff with the wife and partying and whatever. And she goes to bed. And then later, while I'm trashed, hey, I need to go to the hospital. I've never been here.
Good luck.
I've never been to
Good luck
Tennessee.
to
I
you.
had to go around Tennessee, and I'm like, there's going to be a point where I need to get gas, and all that was like really stressful. But I did. Everything was fine. I got reimbursed through my health insurance and stuff. But the greatest thing about that whole episode was later on.
The day before.
It was like a month and a half later. At some point, my wife said to me, "You know, Kara has said to me before." She goes, "You know, like it's sort of like he may be whoever he is and say stupid stuff, but he's good in the clutch." And I was just like, well, that's all it took. Like, I would go through all that crap again, all the stress, riding around, paying all kinds of money, going to a hospital that I've never been to before, hanging out with. I mean, this is like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, emergency room.
Why are people wanting to smoke crack with you, ID?
Yeah, I don't understand.
I don't know, because I know what it is. My daughter left chocolate covered.
Oh, it's hers. Why they want to smoke crack with you? Because your daughter.
No. My daughter left chocolate covered espresso beans here, and every once in a while I take a handful of them, and that's probably what this is. It's the espresso beans.
No, it's
not. I'm not gonna take the blame myself unless a judge says that I have to.
Cocaine.
Yeah, exactly. But for real, when somebody says for all his faults, he comes through in the clutch and hangs with me the entire time I'm in the emergency room, like falling asleep with her on the gurney and all that stuff. 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, getting her there safe, getting her home safe, or getting her to cabin safe. That's what happened. After we went out to dinner, that's what my night was. It was this mad dash to get to a hospital I've never been to before, so she could Well,
let me tell you what. I know that whatever it is, it was not the deep fried deviled eggs because those things were yummy.
Yeah,
they didn't
no,
make
it
me
wasn't
sick at
that.
all.
It wasn't that, but if I knew that she was like feeling not that great, I wouldn't have had the best time ever at going out to dinner with you guys. But she kept her mouth shut, and I got to have an awesome time with you. So that's
sacrifices had to be made.
Exactly. Yeah,
Oh my gosh, guys, I gotta go. I'm
No,
gonna
you
die.
don't.
All right,
Yeah,
expert.
I gotta be on the road at 8 a.m. So
Is
he
it
knows
something
what
I
I'm
said?
doing.
It's something I said. Is it my fault?
No,
I know it's my
no.
fault.
I love you. I love all
No,
you
he
guys.
said this before you even got on here. He's like, guys, I got to be on the road at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, right. And then you started talking really awesome, pretty stuff about me. I was like, I gotta come on and hang with the expert. Now you're taking off.
Yeah.
Well, there can only be so much good looking on the panel with you up here, man.
Oh, you're right.
I feel intimidated.
No, it's
No,
Fall Storm.
don't do that to you.
It's Fall Storm. That's
That was
what
like
it is.
the worst time. Like,
Of course
that
it
was the
does.
worst / best time to just hit end.
He does that. It's awesome.
I know. He's got that. You back up like a couple of seconds. It says,
All about timing.
I know. He's got his hand poised over the mouse button. Click.
No, it's usually he's got his hand poised over the mouse button with a thumbs up, and then he does it.
Oh man, that dude. I like him.
Oh.
See, at least with the camera on, you could pretend like you've frozen, like something's gone wrong, and then just click it off and get the hell out.
What was it? it's not taking care of business. What was that one movie with Vince Vaughn and what's his face? David Franco, James Franco's brother.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find it. I have my IMDb. I have my IMDb tab up here.
All right, expert brother. You drive safe tomorrow. It'll be a
Yeah.
be
Don't
safe.
go. Don't live your life in the in the left lane. Take it easy behind the old people. In the right.
And I had this old guy. He oh shit, how old was he? He's probably like in his 90s. And he goes, oh yeah, these people really get behind me and they get all pissed off, and I just pull over there and turn on my turn signal and take my time making a turn. He's just to watch him get pissed off.
Mhm. In the
He's
South,
doing it on
right?
purpose.
He's in the South.
Yeah,
Of course, it's the South.
of course.
See,
Man, not up here, man.
Boy,
And I'm horrible. I'm absolutely horrible for this. If there's some young punk in their little 4-cylinder rice burner, and they're trying to weave in and out of traffic and get through, I will purposely speed up and slow down to keep them from being able to do anything, and just watch the frustration on their face. It's hilarious.
Oh man, you're that guy.
I'm that guy. Yes, I am. Because
I had this. Yeah, I know the feeling because I had a 79 Plymouth Satellite, and this guy got so mad that he rear-ended me. He didn't realize I had a trailer hitch on the back of my car. I'm sitting, no joke, sitting at a stoplight. Dude fucking rear ends me, and I just drove off and sort of took his bumper and
because
front end
there's
and
no
radiator
damage
with
to
him.
yours.
There was no damage to mine. That chrome bumper, it just had radiator fluid on it. I drove off and dude's
Yeah.
blowing his horn as I'm ripping out his
Hey,
radiator.
come back and help me fix my car.
And I stopped and it was just like, dude, that really sucks. And you know, the police show up and they're just like, oh, what happened? I was like, I don't know. I guess dude rear end. People would not, those little Priuses that are
Yes.
little assholes that like to pull out in front of you.
Yes.
They would not pull out in front of me in that. They would look at that and they would go, I don't think that thing has fucking brakes. And if I pull out in front of it, it will kill me. It will destroy every fiber of my body. So they wouldn't do it. And I miss that car. The car I have now, people pull out in front of me all the fucking time. Assholes.
No, that's why it's good to have a brush guard on the front, because they
So
see
like
that coming down the road and they're like, no. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Unfinished Business. Vince Vaughn, Dave Franco. I don't
Okay.
know why I was talking about it before.
Never
but
saw
that's
that
the that's the movie. It's funny. It's good. I like it a lot. It was.
Vince
a
Vaughn
good
is
one.
hilarious.
Oh, he's great.
I think he's
Yeah.
good. Ever since Swingers, I've been
Great
following
movie.
his work. I know it is. It's not just one of those movies that's good and funny, but you actually either learn something from it or go, "Oh yeah, I was right."
Yeah.
because you thought of it first. You know.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that one. That was good. So what did you discover with AI art?
What did I discover with AI art?
Only because I got here late.
No, I got a bunch of really cool pictures. I mean, and it was, you know, part of it was just interacting with the chat, getting them to, you know, see what really turns them on. Because I have a gaming channel, but the intro I have for it is really long, and I want to shorten it up. So I was like, what do I need to get here that's gonna just be a little bit more mellow? Not necessarily mellow, but it's going to sort of fit that kind of mold that's going to work well. And also it appeals to the visual for the people that are coming in and checking it out. Like right now it's just a bunch of like half dressed women. Like that's really all that it is. I was just like, I've got all these extra pictures that I was going to use for something else, but I just throw them up there. I don't care. Throw some music behind it and done. But I was like, I want to have something that looks a little bit better. So that's what I did. You need an AI Gravely. I had ChatGPT write a Dingleberry poem. Oh, that's awesome. I love that. And I will tell Crime Spies, you show up tomorrow with with Volstorm, I guarantee I'll send you an invite. You are more than welcome to come on tomorrow night, and I will let you read your Dingleberry poem. If not, I'll let Volstorm read it.
I'm gonna have to see that. Dingleberry.
Dingleberry. No,
like I know what it is, and I've got to. I can't. I can't. It's one of the. Have you ever seen Saving Private Ryan?
Yeah.
Okay, you know that part near the end where Private Ryan and Tom Hanks's character are talking to each other, and they're sharing like really private moments, and then Tom Hanks has that one where he goes, "No, that's just for me and my wife."
Yeah.
I have one of those, and it revolves around a Dingleberry. And I just can't go any further.
Yeah, you shouldn't. That's probably a good thing that you don't.
All right, guys, I need to jump off here.
I'll see you.
I know.
Hey,
I'll see you tomorrow night, man.
Come on, man. You can't just give it 5 minutes so that I don't feel like I was the reason why you decided to bail. Like, be cool.
You know
be
what's
cool,
even better?
bro.
Oh,
you know what's even better that I can do? I just do it like this. And I say,
You're
everybody,
gonna kick him.
Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful night, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
Now I feel
Peace.
I love a buttered biscuit.